Vince three-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby.
Red Horse takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions. Northeast Texas Sports Network and Azalea Orthopedics present Northeast Texas Football, the 2023 season.
Good evening, Rough Rider fans. Welcome to Week 7 of the season, and welcome back to Rough Rider football after the bye week. I'm Chris Watlington. Like I said, Week 7 of the Rough Rider season, Game 3 of District, and the most important game of the year so far. We're joined this beautiful Van, Texas evening by Keaton Watlington, and right next to me, the counselor, Stephen Shires. Good evening, counselor.
Good evening, Mr. Watlington. Yes, sir. This game has been circled on both teams' calendars since the summer because of what it might all mean. And it means exactly what all we thought it might mean.
Yep.
To quote the old Vikings and Cardinals head coach, this game means what we think it means.
What we think it means.
Along with Carthage, both Van and Center are the district's elite. All three teams are undefeated in district so far and in the state's top 20. Figure Carthage will remain undefeated against Russ tonight, though. I mean, crazy things can happen.
That's right.
So our winner here in Van Memorial Stadium tonight will be staring Carthage in the eyes for a chance to win that district championship.
Agreed, counselor. Of course, anything could happen, like you said. 4 weeks left in the season. Bullard or Brownsboro could easily change the playoff algorithm. But if things go as one would suspect, Center, Van, and Carthage will be in the top 3 playoff seeds. None of them really want to be third. That means you almost certainly draw Gilmer in the first round. No one wants to do that. According to Pigskin Prep, these Vandals are the state's number 16 program. Center's the state's 15. With home field advantage, Van has a slight edge as far as prediction points go. First time we've been not picked to win this season.
Well, Larry Pierce and I actually saw these Vandals in Rusk last week
yes,
as the broadcasters for the Rusk Eagles. We know they want to control the football, run it down your throat, and limit your offense's opportunities. But they will then turn around and try to catch you when you come up and hit you with the big pass.
Okay, all right.
The
rope-a-dope.
But neither Larry and I feel that they will be able to run with this. I mean, speed-wise. If speed kills, we should be deadly tonight.
Hope so.
And Coach Meeks agrees.
To win the game tonight is our biggest thing is going to be our momentum that we need to create early. We've got to start fast to withstand their initial push and make them go 4 quarters with us.
Thank you, Coach, and thank all of you for tuning in here to KDT Radio and to the live stream on YouTube through the Northeast Texas Sports Network. For the next 25 minutes or so, we'll get you ready for the game. Visit with Coach Meeks, with senior Lance Wilburn, with cheerleaders Esmeralda Hernandez and Chloe Rochelle, and visit about the Riders and Vandals. It's the Cornerstone Balance and Therapy pregame show. It's Week 7. It's a matchup of top 20 teams. It's the Rough Riders and it's the Vandals, deep within a distant area code away from Center. We'll be back with the pregame show after this.
Cornerstone Balance and Therapy is the local place where you go to recover after surgery or after an accident. With up-to-date modern equipment and a staff that cares and knows you by name, the only thing better is where it's located, right at the 4-way stop in the middle of town. Cornerstone, helping you get better.
Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand 2 very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
Welcome back, everybody. That's us on the camera. This is the Van Vandals versus the Center Rough Riders. Right now, we're gonna introduce our team to you real quick. To my left, we got Shires, Stephen Shires, the counselor. Down there somewhere, we have Chris Watlington. He's taking care of other matters. My name is Keaton Watlington. I'll be with you doing the camera work and doing some halftime work with you as well. Mr. Shires, is it time to introduce our special guest?
It is. It is.
Right. Coming to you live. Where are you from?
Seattle, Washington.
From Seattle, Washington, Andy Long. Andy, could you take a look at the camera real quick?
Go Huskies.
Washington Huskies, they're purple and gold. Center Rough Riders are purple and gold. You know, it's just a match made in heaven right there. Counselor, it's time for your pregame brief. What do you got for us?
May it please you, sir, Mr. Keith.
It does.
Okay. This is a huge game for both teams. It's a huge game for the Rough Riders. This is we circled this, as we said in our pregame introduction. This is the most important game of the year in many ways, because it's going to set us up to, the winner of this game will play Carthage for the district championship. That's obviously one of the first big things that you always want, is to play for a district championship. Right. And number two, going against Carthage, anything can happen, but Coach Sherrod is probably the best coach in the history of Texas high school football.
We probably know how that one's going to turn out.
Well, we don't know.
We
No,
don't
because
know.
I think we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to win.
Well, I love the confidence.
But regardless, you cannot argue with the excellence of Carthage. But and so, worst case scenario, the winner of this team comes up is in the second spot, assuming everything else goes to form.
Right.
And that will be huge. But I think it even has a bigger implication for the program, because this is a game. This is a game that the experts say is an evenly matched game.
Right.
Okay. And so here's where we go. If we come out here and we can come out and win this football game, then that shows our program has taken, I think, taking a step forward.
Right.
Up from, being a good program to starting to talk about being an excellent program, which is where we want to be, where Scott Surratt and the Carthage Bulldogs are. That's the area where we want to be. And I think you get there by winning games like this tonight.
Exactly, yeah. That's how you go from being just a regular football team to a contender.
Exactly.
I think that's really well put. Says up here on the script, next we're taking a Tammy Steptoe step to the sideline with Chris for an injury report. Do we have him on the line right now?
I don't think we have him yet. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go ahead and hear from Hope Medical and Tammy Steptoe. And while we get him on the phone, we'll go ahead and do that in advance. And that way we'll have paid those bills already.
Extra ads.
Right. And when we come back, we will get Chris Watlington ready to go.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health. Tammy Steptoe is where realty becomes reality. How do you know? Every time there has been a reader's favorite contest in the Light and Champion, they've won it. Whether it's your modest home you're looking for, or maybe a slightly less modest home, or your dream home, Tammy Steptoe has it. Or maybe it's a lakeside getaway or property to start all over. You need to trust the ladies at Tammy Steptoe Realty and Center.
Steve Tinkle at Center Tire Company knows time is money, and that's why when you pull into Center Tire Company, it's like a NASCAR pit stop. You tell them what you want, and they're on it fast. Whether you need a set of new tires for your car or truck, a flat fix, or just a tire rotation, you won't have to wait long at Center Tire Company. Name brand tires you know, hometown folks you trust. If it has tires, either they've got it or they can get it at Center Tire Company, 880 Hurst Street in Center.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention, and that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
Tackle number 77, Wesley Calhoun.
Therapy pregame show.
At receiver, number 18, Lance Wilbur.
Starting
at receiver, number 16,
we got those
Jacaden Rogers.
Beautiful young ladies right there, right next to you.
At receiver, number 7, TJ Belling.
Rough Rider football.
At quarterback, number 4, Monte Cross.
Cheerleader interview.
At running back, number 32, Caden Dixon.
Oh, he's done.
Starting tonight for the Vandals on offense. At center, number 55, Justice Anderson. At right guard, number 74, Ace Bostic. At right tackle, number 70, Jose Suarez. At left guard, number 77, Trey Derrick. At left tackle, number 76, Cooper Hullum.
The favorite of most cheerleaders. You got pep rallies and more people, but tell me about away games. What's good about those?
You get to meet new people and interact with their cheerleaders, but nothing beats our home field.
That's true. Home field advantage helps. How do you like away game?
I really like it. It's exciting, and we get to try out very different things.
Oh, really? You do different stuff here than you would at home?
To make sure everything hits, yes.
Okay. So like dress rehearse here before home.
Right.
That makes sense. We'll talk to you guys after the game. Hopefully it's a big win. Thank you for sticking around.
Thank you so much.
That's the Gaddy's medical supply cheerleader spotlight. Now, also the injury report from Hope Medical. Good news is everyone is dressed. There are still some folks who are sore, but I think everyone is available to play tonight. So a clean bill of health, which is huge.
Absolutely. After the bye, it makes a lot of sense. So, of course,
Yes,
that's
sir.
our injury report. We've already heard from Coach.
October 14th has been canceled.
All right, sorry about that, folks. So we got stuff going on here. But anyway, we've heard from Hope Medical already. We'll hear from Gaddy's Medical Supply, who brings us our cheerleader spotlight. And they also supply Shelby County with raised toilet seats.
I didn't know that.
Gaddy's Medical Supply is your one-stop shop for all your medical supply needs.
Jack Allen, where's my ankle wrap stuff for my sore ankle?
Your ankle wrap or your Kinesio wrap?
The old guy wrap.
The ankle wrap. It's in the top bathroom drawer.
Okay, thanks.
If you are recovering from an illness or an injury, Gaddy's Medical Supply can offer you the support you'll need.
Jack Allen?
Yeah?
Where did I put the raised toilet seat?
Check behind the door.
Right.
From crutches to canes to chairs, Gaddy's Medical is there for you.
Behind which door?
The hall bathroom, Dad?
Okay.
Okay, take care of yourself or someone you love with Gaddy's Medical Supply.
The Cornerstone pregame show brought to you in part by Rough Rider Quick Lube and Bob's Pawn Shop. Come check the score of the game while you shop. Shelby Veterinary Associates, your pet is part of your family. And Center Tire Company. It's too important to leave to anyone else. Cornerstone Balance and Therapy is the local place where you go to recover after surgery or after an accident. With up-to-date modern equipment and a staff that cares and knows you by name, the only thing better is where it's located, right at the four-way stop in the middle of town. Cornerstone, helping you get better.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cornerstone pregame show. It's time to go to our area roundup. So we'll see what the games that we'll be watching this evening on the Batter scoreboard tonight. Of course, we're going to be interested in the Carthage versus Russ game. We'll be interested in Bullard versus Canton. That could have some implications in the third and fourth seed in the or maybe the fourth seed in the district. We're going to see Timpson at West Sabine. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a ball game or not. I figure it's not.
Timpson is favored.
Right. You're going to have San Augustine versus Joaquin. It's just Joaquin's homecoming this evening, if it's tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, San Augustine and Joaquin are probably fairly evenly matched, so that should be a good game.
Battling for their playoff lives, so it's a big game.
Right, and we've got Tenahall versus Alto. Again, that should probably be a good football game. And then last night, Shelbyville beat Grapeland 64-36. So those are the kind of games we're kind of keeping up with, along with others on our batters scoreboard at the end of each quarter and at halftime and at the end of the game. Of course, if it's batters, go to them. If your injury
if your case matters, it's got to be batters.
Batters, there we go. I knew it was something like that. But anyway, so it's now time for Chris Wallington, where you do your famous area roundup, where we talk about some of these matchups. It's brought to you by Campbell's Portable Buildings. We'll do that as the prayer and the free speech second, and the the national anthem is played.
Campbell Portable Buildings presents the Area Roundup, a look at the teams in Centers District and in Shelby County. We begin with Centers District, District 8. We start with the Big Red Machine. They don't lose much. They're the number 3 team in the state. The Rusk Eagles, 0-2 in district, sank to number 37. Carthage is picked by 39 points at home. The Brownsboro Bears is the district's big story. They upset Bullard last week, raised 21 spots in the polls. They're 1-1 in district. This is their bye week. But the Bullard Panthers, well, they're 1-1 in district, and they dropped 10 points or 10 spots in the polls. Well, what does it all mean? Assuming that everyone loses to big bad Carthage Bulldogs, we figured that Bullard and Van and the Center Rough Riders would duke it out for second place, but the Brownsboro Bears have put a curve in all that. Now, Bullard's playing the Canton Eagles tonight, 0-3 in district, and Bullard is picked by 17. And so the Rough Rider game tonight, 2-0 in district. Their last game, they beat the poor Rusk Eagles. The Van Vandals, 3-0 in district. The state's number 16 team, their last game, they beat the Rusk Eagles. Van, because of home field advantage, picked by 2, the first time the Riders have not been picked all season. Now let's move to the Shelby County teams in 2A Division 1. We begin with the big bad number 1 Timpson Bears. They're picked big tonight to beat Pineland West Sabine. The Shelbyville Dragons at state number 34 are picked to beat Grapeland tonight by 24. The Joaquin Rams are picked to beat San Augustine tonight. Garrison, the number 6 team, is off tonight. Now in Division 2, the Tenaha Tigers, after a big victory against Price Carlisle to start off district, is big favorites tonight to beat Alto. Well, that's week 7, and that is your area roundup. It's brought to you by Campbell Portable Buildings, because your building matters. It's one of the great slogans, right? Just tell them James sent you. But when James Campbell sent you away from Campbell Portable Buildings, he wanted it to be something that met your needs, whether it was storage or some inside beautiful living area. They can take care of you at Campbell Portable Buildings, where your building matters. They say, go Riders.
Everybody, welcome back to the Cornerstone Therapy pregame show here. Chris Wallington, I want to turn it over to you to visit with our special guest color commentator.
We have a special guest color commentator, and name's Andy Long, and we go back to 1986.
86, is that the year?
That was the year.
Oh.
The fall of 85.
What a grand year it was.
It was historic because we met one another.
Mullets everywhere.
And college friend, part of both I was in his wedding, vice versa. He is a full-time actor in Dallas, and now the department chair at Richland College.
I am. I'm the director of acting at Richland College.
And he's always wanted to do this. Even when we first got out of college, Rob and I were doing radio.
Yeah.
And come do this with us. And it just never worked. And so 31 years later, it's happening. But he is also, you see the Washington Huskies. He's also part of the Washington Huskies broadcast team. The Huskies this year are
We're looking good. We're looking
real
good.
Deal.
Number 7 in the country. Tomorrow we take on the University of Oregon Ducks, number 8 in Husky Stadium, right there by the bay. It should be quite exciting.
That may be the best game of the day.
It will. That's where College Game Day is going to be tomorrow morning.
Wow. And so you'll are you going to make it to that, or do you have the week off?
I will be there. Michael Penix Jr. is leading the way for the Heisman Trophy, although Roma Dunze is also looking quite good at wide receiver. And
But Washington has Heisman talk.
And we have Heisman talk.
That's my understanding. The wheels up airplane is at the Van Airport.
At the Van Airport.
Ready to take Andy to the far west.
Courtesy of the people from Sky Ranch.
Yeah. Not very often that we have someone of his stature, unless Rob's with us, and so we'll have him.
No one can hold a candle to Rob Payne.
We'll have him back next week. Good to have you here, and we will talk to you. He's going to be doing color for us throughout the game.
I am looking forward to it.
And we'll hear now from some sponsors, and we'll be back with more of the Cornerstone Therapy and Balance pregame show.
Shelby Veterinary Associates and Center understands that your pet's health is important, and they take every step to give your pet the best care. From preventative wellness exams to vaccinations, heartworm tests, and flea and tick pills. Ask Dr. Mark Josan about the benefits of dental care for your pet to prevent infections and bad breath. Also offering a heartworm injection that prevents heartworms and lasts for 12 months. Shelby Veterinary Associates, treating your pets like the valued family members they are. Now carrying Simparica Trio.
Dr. Peppers. Everybody, welcome back to the Cornerstone pregame show. It's time for our neutral zone, where we sit down and visited with our burner wide receiver, Lance Wilbert.
Welcome to the Center Cove Neutral Zone. What is your name and what position do you play?
Lance Wilbur, and I play wide receiver.
All right, and what's the name that teammates call you?
Just Lance.
Just Lance.
Just Lance.
Just Lance. Last year's Riders had a good season. Do you think it could be even better this season?
Yes, ma'am. It'll improve a lot. We're doing a lot better things this year.
Like what? Give me an example.
Staying locked in, fighting the heat, a whole lot better than it was last year.
All right, and what's your favorite team, college or professional?
Probably Clemson for college. Why? I've been watching them since I was little.
Sweet deal.
All right, well, thank you, and you're out of the neutral zone.
Thank you.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
At Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand two very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
I went up to interview.
Everybody, welcome back to our. If we have a phone, a cell phone in the press box that is lost and it needs its owner back immediately.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's going to be the fourth member of the team
Yes,
today.
he is.
It's just going to be.
Yes, he is. So anyway, it is time for our JBA Financial Coach Talk, where Chris Wallington sat down with Coach Meeks with a fire alarm going off in the background to talk about what was going on.
As we interview you, it's the day before. We're talking. We're meeting Van. It is one of the most important games of the season, obviously.
Right. It is, and kind of like I talked to Don on Tuesday night. It's important because it's the next one. And that's just got to be our mentality. And there's a lot of things with it that make it very important. But it's the next opponent, so that's why it's the most important game for us right now. And we've got to show up and be ready to play.
What's Van good at? How do you attack them?
They do a really good job of just kind of controlling the momentum of the game on both sides of the ball. So they do a good job of trying to take emotion out of it from our standpoint. And we can't let them do that. we've got to keep playing fast like we have been and not let them control the line of scrimmage. They're really good in the offensive and defensive line. They're big, but I feel like our quickness and speed is going to have to play a pivotal role in the game to where we can control the line of scrimmage.
Well, good fortune to you. One thing that you didn't know, because you guys have scored so fast this year, the band has a hard time keeping up with you in the first quarter. They have to play the fight song so much it wears their mouth out for halftime.
Well, I'm sorry, but hopefully we continue to do that.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future.
Everybody, welcome back. We have the national anthem being played. Here's we're getting ready for the kickoff. As soon as that is done, we will be ready to crank this thing up. We're going to go ahead and go do our kickoff intro right now.
Are we? Be ready?
Let's do it.
Let's.
Welcome, everyone, to Week 7 of the Rough Rider season and Game 3 of District. Tonight, we take another trip down I-20. It's the Rough Riders taking on the Van Vandals here in District 8. These are two of the best teams in the district. Rough Riders are ranked number 15, according to one poll, as high as number 10 in another. They've scored more points than anybody in 4A. But Van started at number 32, but have risen steadily to number 16, just one behind the Rough Riders. They beat Rusk 35-3 last week, and with home field advantage, are 2-point favorites tonight against the Riders. What are the keys to the game tonight? Over the fire alarm, Coach Meeks explains.
We can't let them do that. We've got to keep playing fast like we have been and not let them control the line of scrimmage. They're really good in the offensive and defensive line. They're big, but I feel like our quickness and speed is going to have to play a pivotal role in the game to where we can control the line of scrimmage.
So there you have it. It's the Center Rough Riders. It's the Van Vandals. It's the battle of number 15 versus number 16, live from Van's Memorial Stadium. We'll bring you the kickoff next.
Keys to the game as we get ready for the kickoff. Mr. Shires, what are they?
I think, like we talked about before we on the drive up, will they play back and not bring 8, 6, 7, 8 in the box and play somebody deep, or are they going to do like everybody else and play zero coverage? And I think that's going to be a huge deal. If we can run the football against them without them with making them bring extra guys, that'll be bode well for us.
Right. Either way they go, if they're going to play the run, we've got to make them pay with the pass. If they're going to do vice versa, we've got to make down about the 37-yard line. But that's a big gain early on. And Shires, that's what we were talking about before the last couple of weeks. They are a north-south running team that will occasionally sucker punch you with a pass, but that's their bread and butter.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that was a run right through the center of the line. The offensive line opened a big hole there. Center's going to have to clamp down on that.
Big offensive line. That's what they're best at. Line up with twins right, one receiver to the left. They're going to hand it off again. Same fella, different hole to the left-hand side. He's to the 25. He's being chased. He's knocked out at the 15, but in 2 runs, they have made it about, 45 yards, and they're already in the State Farm red zone. Thank you, Chris Mayfield, but we would rather that team not be in the red zone in 2 plays. Group tackle, number 44 for the Rough Riders.
Loss of a yard.
Caleb Mosley's going to get the initial tackle. I thought probably Mayo was the one that was most responsible, number 44, bringing up 2nd down and 11 from the 15.
We have yet to see them throw the ball.
Yeah, and
we won't until
they softened us up enough. And then Moffitt is their quarterback and also the son of the coach. Moffitt takes the snap, hands it to number 1, right up the middle. Rough Riders are there, but he finds a seam, gets across the 10, down to around the 7 or 8 yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. We talked to Coach Meeks about what their defensive goals had to be.
Defensively, we got to be ready to control the line of scrimmage. They're really good on 1st and 2nd down. The last 2 games, they've only had 3 3rd and longs.
Wow.
And so we've got to get them behind the sticks early because they're not successful in 3rd and long. So we've got to control the line of scrimmage and keep them, keep them behind the chains.
We've seen the truth of that already. 3rd down and 5. And Moffitt's going to keep it, and he gets the first down. He gets hit at the goal line. He lowers his shoulder, and he's in. So with 9:48 to go, Van has scored first.
You find it all at Covington's.
Wanted to get on and email or text the house. Short kick, Rough Riders field at the 25, up to the 35, breaks some tackles. He's going to get around. Oh, ankle tackle as he was about to turn upfield. They'll get to about the 36-yard line. That's Jermaine Hunter.
Nice effort, nice effort.
All right, we need to get everybody caught up because, again, so everybody, I don't think they heard that last part. We were having an internet source that Van provided that was excellent, but then all of a sudden it just fizzled out and went to nothing. So we've switched off to our own internet.
Which is based on cell phone towers, and we'll get that and hope that works. The Rough Rider offense, very first possession, and it's a quarterback back, going to his left, throws downfield, and really threw into double coverage to big number 7, one of his very favorite. He could have run, decided against it, but that's the whole thing. Soften him up, outrun him. Didn't work on the first play.
Yeah, just an overthrow right there, but he was scrambling to his left, which is a hard throw to make for a right-handed quarterback.
And it is, and he has just no trouble with it. His arm is just incredible. 2nd down and 10, and we see now big number 32 for the first time. He's having to break the tackles of the whole team, and he gets about 1 yard.
I didn't see a red jersey in the backfield that time. They were all up on the line.
Right there, you're right. You're right. That's the good news. They brought the whole team to stop Dixon. Surely we can exploit that. 3rd down and 9, though. We're going to have to do it right now. Here's the snap, looking downfield, and he has a chance to run it. He gets around the 45. He breaks a tackle at the 50. He's across. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He makes a cut and just effortlessly runs all the way for a 3rd down and 9 touchdown. Welcome to Van. Cash Cross.
I had a little flavor of Vince Young on that carry right there.
It does. He does.
Yes.
He does. Awful lot.
Vince looked like he wasn't really exerting himself.
Not at all.
And it just
smoothly gliding down the field.
Looks like he's trotting, but he's outrunning everybody. Never know if the Rough Riders are going to go for 2 or actually kick the extra point. They lined up for 2, and now they bail out and kick the extra point as our kicker, one of the best players on the team, comes in for the extra point. Rough Riders down by 1, trying to even it. Scored on 3 plays. The snap is good. The kick is perfect, as it usually is, and so it took the Rough Riders 50 seconds.
And a silencing of the Van side of the sideline.
Pretty quiet over here. 7-0. We'll be right back.
Center Rough Rider football tonight brought to you in part by Covington Lumber Supply, 3 generations and still building strong. Ace Hardware, the place for hardware in East Texas. And Brookshire Brothers. They sold their first bag of groceries when the Rough Riders ran their first play. 102 years strong. You're watching the Center Rough Riders versus the Van Vandals, live from Van Memorial Stadium.
Okay, here we go. Rough Riders line into kickoff, and Andy, one of the things about this season is the sheer number of kickoffs that we have. Game 1, 80-48, we kicked off 23 times.
Well, I was taking a look at Google University, and I noticed that the scores you guys run up are pretty impressive.
Pretty good. Kick to the 9. Van returns it to the 20. Meets center Rough Riders, and they go for the ball. Almost knocks it loose. Good tackle, though, by Lance Wilburn. Maybe the fastest player on the team. Oh, sorry, that's number 15. That's Grant Gregory. The sergeant.
Gregory.
Not the fastest person on the team.
No, but he's a stout young man.
Yes, and as a young player that started the season on the junior varsity and moved up to the varsity and has worked his way into the starting lineup.
I love to see that kind of effort.
That's good. Effort, talent, preparation, all kind of coming together. Young defense that is pressed into action against one of the state's more impressive ball control offenses. There's the snap, handoff to number 7. Ooh. He jukes, he's finding some room. Didn't have a hole at first, but he had to dance and find one.
I'm surprised I didn't see a hold called on that one right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thought there might be a little action there.
There was definitely some action.
Brody Allen in the press box who's looking for his mama.
When a defensive lineman gets turned around being pulled from behind, it's definitely a hold.
Usually that might be a hometown call. 2nd down and 2, ball on the 39. And that's the kind of play you hope to stop at the line of scrimmage. There was no hole, but there was also no one to make the tackle. 2nd down and 2. The whole group to the left, but they run the play right. Little pitch. He gets the first down, but the Rough Riders are there. They didn't really buy the fake. This is one Moffitt handing it to another as the coach has twin boys. One's a quarterback and one's the running back. He gets the first down. Ball on the 43.
Number 7, the guy who just ran the ball, has to be the smallest player on the field, but boy, he was slippery going through that.
Thought we had it stopped there for a second.
And we had it contained, but when they only needed 2 yards, first down. I think that's their 3rd first down of the game. Big chunks of yard in the first drive. And the handoff to Moffitt again. Moffitt to Moffitt. Sounds like a Nissan Dodge. Good 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3 right from midfield. Gets tackled right at the top of the van. Helmet, 49-yard line. So a little bit better than I thought. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, that's what they want, though. You get 6 yards on first down.
Yeah.
They'll take that all night long.
All night long.
Used to be 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Now it's 4 yards and black pebbles
that come flying up.
If you get 4 yards every time, though, you can make that work.
Absolutely. If it's every time.
Yeah. Really 3.
3, yeah.
3 times 4.
Second ball just shy of midfield. And now the first pass, Moffitt didn't have anybody. Looking around, now he decides he may run. Rough Riders trying to contain him. He gets around the corner and is going to get to the 46.
And
that's just going to be just enough for a first down.
Jackson Moffitt on the keeper.
Yeah, that's the number 21, Andy. Cody Atkinson is our defensive leader. Is he a sophomore or junior? Sophomore.
Oh, that's good to see.
Lots of tackles, lots of leadership, and again, starting in his first Friday night ball games just a month ago. So
losing his helmet, he's got to go off for at least a play.
Get that, and that's a big play. His leadership, the linebacking core calls the defense, and there isn't a linebacker there that has been playing more than 7 or 8 games. Hand off again up the middle. Surprise. Good tackle down low.
Good tackle down low.
Which number was that?
That's number 7.
Yeah. Is that 7
number
or 3?
3.
Yeah,
number
Jermaine
3.
Hunter. He's been all over the place, both sides of the ball. But again, a little more than 5 on the game. It's a long 4. 2nd down, a long 4, need to get to the 35.
He put a shoulder pad right into the runner's gut, though. He really did take him down.
Yep, solo tackles will be important tonight. He misses that. It's probably not a touchdown, but it's a long gain.
It's a gain.
Yeah. But he did not address the runner until he had already gotten about 5 yards. Another snap, another handoff to number 20, and he's found a hole. He's in the backfield. Good tackle. He didn't go down. He didn't go down. I thought he went down. He kept his feet. He went to the 15, to the 10, inside the 10.
7-yard line.
Gets down to the 7-yard line. My apologies. My view was blocked by a family.
No, I'm wrong. He's at the 9, looks like.
How did he not go down?
I don't know. He just rolled right over him.
Must have maybe fell down on the tackler.
The big thing about that play was there was a humongous parting of the Red Sea on that one.
Yeah, they blocked that one exactly right. And again, they are in the State Farm red zone. And again, the center defense playing every down. The handoff to number 1. He jumps into the pile.
Number 16 makes a good tackle there.
Tackle made by number 16, Jacaden Rogers.
That's Rogers on the tackle. And good touchdown saving tackle, but here they are again. Second down and goal between, what's that, about the 3-yard line?
Well, we knew this was going to be a good game here, Chris. We knew this was going to be a back-and-forth game.
This is the game we thought.
It's Van grinding it out, and it's center making flashy plays. Yep. Speed versus grit.
But a turnover would be nice. Second down and goal.
Moffitt kept the ball.
And there you go. Mayo gets in the back.
Tackle.
Yes, brings him down with emphasis. And
number 44.
And Moffitt's a little woozy getting up.
Yeah, he's limping too.
Yeah, he needs to come out.
Yeah, he's not walking straight right now.
Yeah, he lost back to the 6.
Yeah, back. I think they're marked it at the 5. It's just a loss of 2, but.
And Moffitt is coming out of the game.
Yeah, he's a little woozy, like a boxer. So they definitely need to at least talk to him and make sure he's all right. May have to replace him.
Well, he was escorted to the sidelines by the referee.
Yeah. Of course, that was the whether it's your Whataburger or whether it's your Dairy Queen Hunger Buster, there was extra mayo on that one.
Extra mayo. Extra mayo.
For their generous support of our Vandal athletes.
Well,
so
we don't want to see anyone get hurt in a game like this. We wish the young man all the best.
And he'll be back, I bet you. In fact, sooner than later, I bet. But it's the
I wonder if he didn't bang his head on the ground.
It was a throwdown,
Yeah, threw down and he kind of broke the fall with the.
It was like a bull rider taking somebody down in a rodeo.
Very well done. Number 1, the new quarterback. He takes the ball, keeps it, runs right into the middle of the line.
That was a wildcat right there. Direct snap.
And
number 1, Cannon Rainey.
What did they call timeout? Did that play not happen?
No, the play didn't happen.
Okay.
And you see the whoever was the runner, you need to go recruit him. And did you see him flop down trying to get the flag?
Yeah, because they already tackled my quarterback hard. Maybe they'll be a little more vigilant.
Well, he's been watching too much World Cup soccer.
That's right.
Whatever the timeout was, the center coaches are enthusiastic about that reason. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and see this third down play.
This is a Whataburger table tent. An orange and white trophy for your made-to-order burger. It means we cook your meal up fresh. And don't get up, because we'll bring it right to you. So if you're looking to sit down and celebrate the fact that you left it all on the field, we've got your number. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed, since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
All right, buddy, welcome back. We set it up. It's going to be a third down and goal from just outside the 5-yard line.
This is big. If the Rough Riders can hold him, it brings up that big fourth down decision. Here we go. The snap. One takes it, has a hole, it's plugged up. They're going to fight to keep him out, and he's going to push through. Hold on, third down and 5, and going to score. Gonna score and make it 13-7. Boy, there was hope there, Shires, as the defense made them work. Rough Riders offense has been on the field for 3 plays.
69-yard drive.
It was facing 3rd down and 9. Cash Cross waited for the coverage to go downfield, then he outran everybody for a touchdown. Center defense has been on the field every play of the first quarter except for those 3. They really made them work for this touchdown. The extra point that's a good kicker. That's dead, solid, perfect. 14-7 the score here in Van with 4:31 to go in the first. We'll be right back.
Automotive Collision Specialist has proudly served you since 1985. The Jefferson family is proud to support high school football and all students that participate in each game. Keith reminds you that if you're in an accident, you have the right to have your automobile repaired at the shop you choose. The Automotive Collision crew is iCar certified, and they're your source for auto body repairs. Quality, service, and trust is what they build their reputation on. One satisfied customer at a time. Automotive Collision Specialist, proud to support all area schools and students.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's time for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It's the 4th one here in the first quarter.
The best sponsorship in the history of sponsorship.
It's going to be the pop-up kick, it looks like. It goes to the up man, and there's going to be a big collision right in the middle of the field. But is that Atkinson? I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, it was number 26. Number 26.
Yeah.
Easton Wolf. He's got several of those.
Yeah.
So Easton Wolf.
That's your gamble. You kick that little poof. You kick it at someone who's not used to running the ball. Maybe he turns it over. You're giving up a little bit of guaranteed field position.
They don't know that.
But they don't know.
They don't know that guy's dad played quarterback for Rice University.
Right. They don't know that. Here's the snap. There's
a hole, baby.
Man, he had a hole, but he was caught from behind, slowed down, and going to be stopped
Number 32,
on his second carry. Dixon going to make it about 3 yards, tackled by about 3 Van Vandals.
I thought he was going to get more than that for a second.
2nd down and 7. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Dixon. He's having to dance. He goes north-south for about 2 yards, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down and 4. It's the second 3rd down the Rough Riders have faced. The last time they faced one, they scored. Already up, ready to go. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Faked it. Look at the pattern, and it's well defended by number 17. He got there right when the ball did and knocked the ball away. Good play.
Riders thinking about going for it.
Little decision time. I know what he's thinking. You can punt it, and they can take 3 more minutes longer to score, or we can keep it and try and score ourselves. He fakes it. He keeps it. He's through the middle, and for the second time, look at that.
There is no one near him within 20 yards.
20 yards. The nearest defender was at the 17 when he crossed the goal line.
Yeah. Once again, they key on Caden,
right?
And then that just, I believe we'd still be playing last year if we'd have run that play against Aubrey before the game ran out. I give Coach difficulty is about that all the time.
So it looks like they're going to do 2, and you never know. At least once a game, they'll snap that.
Yep.
But instead, they bring out the excellent extra point kicker. And again, 3 plays on 3rd down. Actually, this one was 4th down. So 7 plays they've run. Good for 13 points. Here's the 14th one, we hope. Kick is up and perfect. And
Did you say 7 plays, 14 points?
Yeah.
That's efficiency.
That's right. You can talk 3 yards a play, or you can talk 2 points a play. Either way. We'll be right back, y'all. 14-all.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the 3rd generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchen.
Everybody, welcome back.
What do you think, Shires? Is this about what you expected?
Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, hopefully we get a stop or get them behind schedule, a penalty, a holding call, a something, even though they don't seem to make a whole bunch of those sorts of mistakes.
They don't.
Something's going to give her. It's going to be last team with the ball.
Well, we've been used to that.
Here comes
there's the kick.
Go ahead, Shires.
Nice.
And they're going to field it at the 7. They're going to bumble it. Now the Riders have a chance. They're going to close in and going to make the tackle just shy of the 20-yard line, about the 19 and a half, where Van will take over for their third possession of the game. The good news is Van decided to receive the football.
Yeah.
So, when we get into that, what Coach Meeks talks about, the important 8-minute
the
middle.
Crucial 8 minutes, the 8-minute middle, the last 4 minutes of the half, the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, we will get the ball to start that half. One of the big questions here is, will number 10 be in the quarterback? Doesn't look like it. I see him on the 40-yard line with his helmet off. That's their starting quarterback. And he was tackled rudely but efficiently by Mason Mayo and is still kind of trying to get his legs back under him. So here's the quarterback, number 1, hands it off to number 7, running sideways, and there we go.
Great gang tackle.
For the first time tonight, the Rough Riders make a play on first down and 12.
That's a loss of 2 right there.
Yep.
We got a helmet that came off again. That's the same player, number 21.
Keeps happening. Atkinson, Wolf, and Gregory, all of these people in their sophomore year.
Right, the play was made, I couldn't say it was one of the middle linebackers coming up and redirecting that to the outside, and when then we were able to clean it up. But they were running to run that thing right up the middle like they've been doing, and we really stoned it. Ryder caused him to bounce outside, and that's when Wolf and Atkinson came in and made the tackle.
That hole closed quickly.
Yeah. Crucial play here to try to make third and long. Ball on the 17, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Oh, he got around the corner to the 20. Number 10 catches him from behind and is going to limit the damage. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain, but it was second down and 12, so it brings up third and a little more than 5.
Third and a little more than 5. That's a good place to keep him.
Yeah, Caleb Mosley for the Riders in on the tackle.
What Mosley, his number?
Number 10.
Number 10.
Caleb Mosley. He's made a couple plays this evening. So here we go. So, again, if we can stop them here, even make it very short, we'll see what they do with if they punt or go for it.
Well, good
of course,
news,
they may have
good news is number 21's got his helmet back on and
Yeah.
he's back in the game.
Right.
Our best tackler has his helmet on. Make note. Big play here on third down. The snap, the handoff.
They're going to blow it dead
and
again.
blown dead.
Timeout, Van.
Van says, we'd like to talk about it a little bit. Before we go to commercial, let me tell you about JBI Insurance. They bring you Rough Rider Athletics from the very first play of the first football game to the last play of the last baseball game and the concerts and banquets in between. JBI Insurance, a longtime supporter of the Rough Riders, and as an independent agent, Joe Bill can find the right product for you. That's JBI Insurance in Center. Think we have time for a break before this big third down, or you want to keep it here?
Let's keep it here and
I
talk
think we
about
should.
this.
What do you think they're going to do, Mr. Shire?
I think they're going to run the football.
Because I think this would be a good time for a play-action pass if your quarterback was in, but I don't know if number 1 is someone they won't pass in the ball.
Well, I think he can. This is not what they want to do, but I think
he says run it. What do you think, Andy?
I think it's going to be a running play as well. I didn't see a lot of arm strength on the starting quarterback, so I don't know what the backup quarterback's got to offer here.
Their strength is play-action pass, though.
Yeah,
That's what they would do.
And
so this would be a time to do it.
It's got to be when the defense isn't expecting it for them to have their best opportunity. So big third down and 5.
Muffin.
And the fake handoff, the quarterback keeps it. He's awfully fast. He gets right to the stick, lowers his head, and knocks a defender to the ground and keeps plowing past the 30, gets the Ray Jones first down. Ray Jones Chevrolet, normally you are the center Rough Rider first downs. We don't make those. So far in this game, we have 0 first downs, 2 touchdowns.
Technically, a touchdown is a first down, so technically we have 2.
The Ray Jones Chevrolet touchdown. We'll give that to him. Hey, that was a pretty determined run by number 1. That was just the same kind of determination we've seen from the Rough Rider runners. Lowered his head and made a play.
Well, and every time they make that run up the middle, it seems to be going right off of the right guard.
Yeah.
Going to be another first down. Austin Moffitt, good for about 11 yards. Ball will be at the 43-yard line.
He is a quick young man.
Very quick. The twin of the quarterback, the son, both sons of the head coach. We're down to close to 1 minute in the first quarter. When we go to the first quarter, Andy Long, our special guest from Dallas and Washington Huskies, will give us our batters scoreboard, first quarter scoreboard. When your case matters, it's got to be batters. We'll hear from the district, I think, the county games here in the first quarter. Here's the first down snap. The handoff to number 7. He just takes off running fast through a hole, gets up some speed. He gets hit at the 40, lowers his head, keeps going to the 35. So he gets across the 50. He's not even hit until about the 41.
And he is coming off the field.
Oh, yeah, he's banged his ankle.
Looks like he lost his shoe.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully that's just an equipment issue, but it almost feels like arena football.
It did.
They get the guy
you know what
just
it
takes off
feels.
running.
You know what it feels like. It feels like a playoff game. Is what it feels like.
Wow. Okay. It's just not quite loud enough. The Vandal crowd, maybe it's because we're behind them and can't hear it, but
maybe they're a little shocked as well.
Maybe so. 3 plays, 2 touchdowns, 14 seconds to go in the quarter. One more play most likely is the snap on first down. The handoff up the middle. He has to be turned and go sideways, and that allows the Rough Riders to get to him. Still, he gets 5 yards before he's tackled. A decent first down gain, make it 7 yards. So when we come back from the first quarter break, it'll be second and a long 2. We'll be right back for that scoreboard.
Rough Rider Football is brought to you in part by McAdams Propane Company. Gas up your engines with McAdams. Joe's Car Spa. With Joe's, clean is easy. Yard Birds, the finest barbecue right at the city limit sign on Tenaha Highway. And Sandy Cox State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Sandy Cox is there on Tenaha Street.
Everybody, welcome back. Shires ran too long, so we'll have to get the batter scoreboard in a minute. Of course, if your case matters, it's batters.
There's the snap. Quarterback keeps it. Has to jigger step in the back, but he finds a hole. Breaks a tackle, gets across the 15. Down again in the Chris Mayfield State Farm red zone. Atkinson makes the tackle, and now we go to Andy Long for the Batters Law Firm first quarter scoreboard.
From around the county, we got Joaquin leading San Augustine 20-7 in the second quarter. We've got Timpson blanking West Sabine 28-0 in the second quarter. We've got no scores on the Tenaha Alto game or the Canton Bullard game, and upset alert in the first quarter. It's Carthage 6, Rusk 0.
Yeah, only 6 points ahead. I wonder if they missed the extra point or if they held them to 2 field goals.
Our Carthage defense has gotten 3 safeties.
3 safeties.
That's right, 3 safeties. If you guys know any of those other scores, you're welcome to text me about them, and we'll get them on the air. All right, first down in the red zone. Snap, handoff right up the middle. The defense bought the fake, and we're chasing the quarterback, and he just ran in from 13 yards completely untouched. Easiest run of the game. And Shires, this is the kind of game, kind of offense that really most of the time we've been calling Rough Rider games, we seem to have trouble with, the north-south ball control team.
Well, yeah, we do sometimes. This team, but they're just really good at it.
It was fantastic misdirection on that play, though.
Yeah.
I bought the fake.
I did too. I wanted to see that quarterback run that ball. The extra point is up, and it's good, and so it's 21-14. Each team has had the ball 3 times. Center's had it twice. There's been a score every time. We'll be back for the 6th kickoff of the game after this.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters. 833-BATTERS. 833-BADDERS.
Martin Kennel now offers large animal care at your location. That's right, they offer experienced assistance for your livestock and peace of mind for you. With many years' experience, you can rest assured that your pet will receive the attention they need. Give Martin Kennel Grooming a call in Center at 936-244-1930. In Nacogdoches, call 936-560-3643.
Everybody, welcome back for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Riders trail 21-14 with 11:18 to go here.
Short
pop up, and Wolf is going to take it again, and he's going to. Oh, I thought he might break it for a second, but they're going to go down right at the 40.
Number 26. Well, the question of the quarter is going to be: can the Center Rough Riders score on a first down or a second down instead of waiting for a third or a fourth?
Right. We are tired of having to wait until third or fourth down.
Well, I'll tell you something interesting. Van did get a number of like unsportsmanlike conduct or unnecessary roughness penalties against Russ. And of course, we get a few of those. Yeah. Andy, sometimes we hit them a little too hard.
Oh,
yeah, and we get a penalty. But you know, it's going to be interesting.
Dixon with the ball. He breaks a tackle. He just lowers his head and pushes the whole team forward to the midfield, where he's going to look a little bit extracurricular down there about the 40-yard line. We had an offensive lineman 5 or 6 yards past the runner, blocking a linebacker. He gets 9 yards, does Dixon, and it's 2nd down and 1 from midfield.
But this is where you want to be right here.
Yeah.
Another handoff to Dixon. He goes to his right. Can he get around the player? He does, but they pursue him, catch him. He's made the first down easily. He's going to get to the 45, and that's where they stymie him.
That's enough for a first down, though.
Plenty for the legitimate, no-frills Ray Jones Chevrolet first down.
Well, he did a crossover juke move that juked that boy out of his shoes for a minute.
And Cross looking to his left, moves quickly, and now he's going to pass it. Wide open at the 15-yard line. To the 5, and he's going to be pushed out of downs at the 2, but so wide open. Shires, you are like Nostradamus. You are like a prophet. This is exactly what you talked about. Normally you would have enough time to talk on a 48-yard pass, but they're almost already ready to snap it. In the red zone, Ray Jones first down, 1st and goal from the 2. They hand it to Dixon, and he's in. How many plays was that, Andy?
That was 4.
4. But they had first downs.
There we go. And that wide receiver was open like a department store on Black Friday.
And that was,
it was
just
all day.
For everybody out there listening, that was number 7, T.J. Bellin.
T.J. Bellin. Hey, they did it again. They tried the extra point while I wasn't watching. Did they run the play?
They did, and we made it.
And we made it.
2-point conversion, take the lead.
If you don't pay attention, you'll miss something important. Rough Riders have a 1-point lead. We'll be back after this.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Mangum Funeral Home provides funeral, burial, and cremation services for the East Texas area. The new owners, Tony and Tracy Willoughby, as well as the licensed professional staff, are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 936-598-3341 or stop by for a visit at 420 St. Augustine Street in Center. Mangum Funeral Home prides themselves on providing prompt, compassionate service during life's most difficult times.
All right, everybody, there's the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Again, we kick it deep. They get a return and get a nice return out to, what, about the 37-yard line, Chris Wallington.
Yeah, it's the best return of the game for the Van Vandals, and I guess their best starting field position by maybe 2 or 3 yards.
You know, that last touchdown pass by Cross was really, really pretty amazing to watch, pretty amazing to see that long pass. It got knocked out of the 2-yard line, but that whole drive was set up by a 15-yard, 20-yard kickoff by the Van Vandals.
Yeah. All right.
Right, to Easton Wolf, whose daddy played football for Rice University. They didn't need to. But what I was saying earlier before, both of these teams like to mix it up. They like to be physical, and they like to and so it looks like the official's going to let them play, which is good.
Yeah, there may be some fireworks. With a down for the first time tonight,
I thought we had him.
hits the theme. He bounces outside. He's brought down by Cody Atkinson. I was just glad that wasn't by the face mask. He grabbed his jersey and slung him down. It's a good thing. If he'd broken that tackle, it would have been more than just a first down run of 9.5. Second down and about a foot.
Van's starting left tackle lost his helmet during that play.
So
he's gonna
got a
lot of
have to come
helmets
out for
coming
a
off.
game.
Dude, they have are they using chin straps?
It's the humidity.
It's the humidity.
Definitely. Gets in there and it affects that button, and it causes it to not attach right. All right, so for all you folks on the radio, 9:52 go in the ballgame. Riders up 22-21, but Van is driving again as they just cross into Rough Rider territory to set up a second down and very short. Man, they are getting getting at least 5 yards. Tackle on the play.
But the Colonel's son, the Sergeant Gregory.
Sergeant Gregory.
Yeah.
Grant Gregory, otherwise known as.
Another big 7-yard gain, though, on first down. The Rough Riders, hard to do anything with it. You see a shot right there of the center Rough Rider band.
We do have a player down on the field. I believe he's number 3.
Yeah, we're going to take care of him. And while he's down, talk a little bit about the Rough Rider band. At halftime in the Aurora Concepts halftime show, you'll get to see and hear the band. And then in the Borders Poultry Supply Up Close and Personal, we'll hear from Chris Smith, our band director, because the emphasis on the band is important. It goes to contest tomorrow. The band's not going to get back until 1 a.m. They open the band hall in the morning at 11 a.m., and they are on the road by about 1:30 for UIL band contest. This is a big 48 hours for them. Their dress rehearsal coming up. Everybody involved with the band sounds pretty confident. They like what they see and what they're hearing. So I look forward to going to the press box and calling the band. And we'll also hear from watch the chaparrals, because Bounds Insurance will bring you that. And we'll have a little up close and personal, a little halftime analysis brought to you by East Texas Auto Motor with Andy Long and Keaton Watlington. In fact, Keaton will be the host of that halftime show, all coming up in the Aurora Concepts halftime show.
Of course, our player was able to run off the field, so everybody's okay.
He was. He's over the sidelines. Looks like a right ankle issue.
Tremaine didn't just walk off. He
ran off.
Basically sprinted off, so he'll be back. We'll see more of him. Second down and 3, though. The defense needs to make a stop. Center up by just 1 point. And the handoff right up the middle. Makes a move, and now he's off to the races, to the 30, to the 20. Brought down from behind. And it's going to be far enough out of bounds to where they're going to add yardage to that.
Yeah, it's going to be the horse collar or a face mask.
Yeah, the crowd was a little upset because they thought it was out of bounds. That would be
the crowd saw it was a horse collar. They just wanted to make sure the flag was strong.
Yeah. And you can't do that. But again, if that's the only thing you can grab, you hold on and you bring them down.
Oh, face mask.
Face mask.
Okay.
I thought it was horse collar. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I saw him grab it.
Yeah.
He got his hand around from behind.
Yeah.
That's where his hand ended up. Not a blatant, awful, bad behavior foul, but
actually
still
a hard call
to
make from behind as well.
That's true. I guess they saw what happened with his head. So it's going to be another trip to the State Farm red zone, another Ray Jones first down, and another first down and just about, this one's 6.5. Rough Riders stiffened up and made them really work for it the last time they were here. Let's see what happens here. First down and 6.5. Snap to the quarterback. He keeps it, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage by number 26. He gets him low, and then Gregory takes him high.
You're right, Andy. Let's call him. They're letting him
Wolf.
Yeah, they're letting him play because there was a hold by the right guard right there, right where the key place where he ran, and didn't get the call. So they're letting him play tonight, which I kind of like that. Which brings up a second and goal now inside the 5, right at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, big series. There's the snap, there's the handoff, and there's the score. Big number 20, Colton Miller never touched. What's happening there? Is it the way they're blocking? Is it just they're blowing them away?
The offensive line is blowing them off.
Or is it a trap or some sort of blocking scheme, or just?
Well, from what I could tell, that's just one-on-one, man-on-man,
that's
base
just one-on-one raw push.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yep.
So the defensive line then's got to
Well,
get
we're
low
gonna
and keep that from happening and let the linebackers make the play.
The offensive line's just opening holes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring more, and that's what you do, and then that's when they hit you.
And then they hit you with the pass.
Yeah.
27-22, Rough Riders had a 2-point conversion. This extra point is up, and it is good. So they retake the lead 6 points this time with 8:28 to go. The time of possession dominated by Van. Rough Riders, though, right there in it. They'll get the ball back when we come back. You're listening to Rough Rider Football on YouTube and KDET Radio.
Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit MatthewsRealty.com.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams team is cheering on the Center Rough Riders, and we're proud to support the Center ISD's administration, staff, students, and fans. This is General Manager Jeff Baker of Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and I invite you in to see the new vehicles we have in stock, as well as the area's best selection of pre-owned. We're all taking care of our customers' needs, and you'll have my promise we'll take care of yours. Come see us at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Highway 96 North in Center, and go Riders.
All right, there's another kick. So
Lance,
the Riders are going to start on the 35.
Lance is a senior. He knows better.
That's right.
Just fair catch. 35 is a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kickoffs, they're getting decent hang time. The problem is they're only going about 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, it's
the problem is that's better than kicking it deep and having us return it all the way for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm guessing from watching the extra points, the guy could kick it a lot further
Yeah.
if he wanted to. That's definitely a strategic decision. The teams get ready to snap the ball. The referees slow them down for a bit, and that may give me enough time to let you hear Coach Meeks tell us what his offensive goals were for tonight.
We are joined, and
Now, this. Let me tell you about his goals right here.
Offense tonight, we've got to play fast. We need to make them play 12 to 13 possessions tonight. That's something they're not used to doing.
So far, we're doing it. We've got to stop him. Dixon with the ball. He goes right. He decides to turn right up the defensive line and hits all of them. All of them hit him at the same time at the point at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to go nowhere. So not a big night for Dixon, but, I mean, every ounce of their being is designed to stop him.
They had 10 players in the box.
So they're back to pass on 2nd 10. Looking deep.
Oh, he's got
Wildren
him.
is open. He's beat his man.
Great
he gets
arm,
the ball.
great
And if he
arm.
just couldn't quite stay in bounds, but he had outrun his man by 5 yards shy.
What a beautiful play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's 2 plays.
That's right. 2 plays. And already in the Ray Jones first down, we get into the Chris Mayfield State Farm red zone, ball on the 18-yard line. 2 plays is the 3rd play of the drive. And the snap. And nope, he's going to keep it. He goes around to the right, finds a hole, breaks a tackle, and the whole team catches Cash
Touchdown,
Cross
baby.
at about the 1,
Right
but
in the
he
end
just
zone.
kind of takes them in. He says, y'all, I'm going to score. Y'all can come with me.
Again, Vince Younglight gliding and moving right through.
And then they all caught him, and he just kind of said,
And then he did the perfect thing of wrapping up and holding on to the ball so it couldn't go anywhere.
took him along for the ride. So what was that, 3 plays?
3 plays.
Gosh, this was the game we expected, but it's almost cartoonish. It's
the question is who's going to stop who?
Yeah, it's so much like what we expected. It's like a
so we're looking at about
Adam Sandler movie.
We're looking at about 15, 16 plays run by center tonight, and they've now got 29 points.
29 points on about 15 plays. 7:51 to go in the half. The Rough Riders have a 1-point lead here in Van. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a residential, lake, commercial, acreage, farm, or ranch property? This is Alma Jaimez, part of the home team at Town & Country Real Estate, and we have over 50 years experience in selling beautiful East Texas and are now licensed in Louisiana. I would love to assist you with all of your real estate needs, so please call me at 936-488-9988 or come by 114 Nacogdoches Street on the square in downtown center. Hablo Español.
There's lots of things happening at Zach's Tent Shop.
Like tinting your windows. It's one of the simplest things you can do to your vehicle, but it makes a big dramatic difference.
Ain't nothing marks your style like a custom lift or a drop.
You got light bars and grills and running boards and a lot of accessories.
They got all the best rims and all the best brands. Want to take care of your truck? You take it to Zach's Tent Shop.
Everybody, welcome back. Yet another Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. How many is this?
Okay.
Lucas,
9.
Yeah, Will
9.
Lucas may have to send us some more cookies at the pizzeria show.
Here comes the kick. This time he kicks it deep into the corner, fielded at the 5. Brought back to the 10, to the 20, to the 15. Miss it, makes a man miss. He's to the 30, and he's ridden down from behind. And that's about where they're starting, between the 30 and 38 on most of their drives. Want to encourage you to get yourself to the square as it's time to start Christmas shopping. And Moody's is a fine place to be. Michelle Mooney on Moody's Emporium.
Moody's
Emporium. And I always go to you for that because you shop there.
I do. Again, we had these wonderful we had cream cheese for my watch the Cowboys get creamed by San Francisco. We had
was that from her?
Well, the cream cheese wasn't, but the raspberry jalapeno jam on top of it was,
okay.
and it was delicious.
Okay, and you don't even think about it as a food place, but it is that too. So much to see on the square.
Oh, but Laura's bought a couple purses there and shirts, everything.
Van's handoff to number 7. He's slowed down in the backfield by a defensive lineman. Allows the
brought down by number 26.
Easton Wolf.
Easton Wolf has fought his way into the starting lineup.
Hey, have I said Easton Wolf's daddy played football for the Rice University?
And he also played football for the Center Rough Riders.
Yes, he did.
He's the consensus best quarterback we've ever had, although Cash Cross is going to be in that discussion. But, I mean,
Easton has brought him up for the Russ game as kind of some backup and a little extra.
But he's earned his way into the lineup.
Well, we had an injury.
Second down, and
there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need right there. I believe that's Mayo, number 44.
Mayo is the defensive player of the game so far with 2 big hits. He gets into the backfield, and that is the off-schedule play that we need.
Yes, that
was also the coach's goals for the defense. That was the coach's goals for the defense.
Absolutely.
Make them go 3rd and long. Make them go 3rd and long.
That's what he said. They're not usually good in that, and that's really true. To this point, there haven't been a lot of gains more than 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah. So let me go back to Wolf real fast. We brought him up in Russ because we needed some depth at that outside linebacker in position. Ended up having an injury, so he ends up starting and playing against Rusk, and we called his name, 8 times.
He just made the team, made the impression.
Yeah.
Van knows this is the biggest, most important play of the first half here at 6:21.
Well, I'm getting excited because I see the Rough Rider award-winning band getting ready over there on the track for the halftime show.
That's right. Of the 185 of them, 160 about are going to make it to contest tomorrow, and they're getting ready. Van is a very good band program, too. We'll see 2 really good ones.
Yes, actually, we saw them last week. I was very impressed with the Van band. It's smaller, but they have a really good sound.
Good sound.
I can't wait for Keaton to come in and give us analysis of both bands.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're going to like the Van band. Say that 3 times. Van band is very good.
Huh? I will like them. He yells, "I will like them," because he knows he does not have on a headset.
Well, most bands travel in a van, so I think that makes perfect sense.
The center band's instruments traveled in a van.
Did they really?
Yes. But the center band traveled in a bus.
All right, so here we go.
For those of you who were curious, big 3rd down and 10. They got to get to the 44. They have their second quarterback most of the game. He's going to look to pass. He lobs it up in the air. It's a toss-up, and it's going to be incomplete. The question is, will there be a flag?
There is no yellow on the field.
But you can't. That was a duck, baby. If that was, I wish I had my shotgun. I could have blown that out of the air.
That's what that looked like. Of course, the Rider defender had to get his head around and look for the ball, or it would have been. Yeah, he did. I was nervous. I was afraid that might be a call.
The Van fans are wanting penalty, but you can't get a penalty on that. The penalty should have been on the pass.
That's an illegal pass. You can't do that. Whatever that is, not a pass. 4th down and 10, and it's the first punt of the game, and it's a possible turning point. The punt is wobbly. It bounces straight up, and the Rough Riders get away from it, and so with the bounce, it's going to be
gonna
pretty
be
effective.
a nice punt on the
nice punt to the
stat
24.
sheet.
24-yard
All
line
right.
is where the Rough Riders will take it. So 4 scores. None of the scores have taken more than 4 plays.
This is an important 6 minutes in the second quarter because Center does get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
Well, we got our stop. Now it's up. Now from the Van perspective, they need to match the stop because because really, kind of what we talked about. This game isn't in like who scores touchdowns. It's the crucial thing is who gets stops.
Right.
In this
That's
game.
right.
And so the Riders are the first ones to get a stop.
That's really well put, Shires. We'll explore that a little further here after the first play. And there's a flag on the play. The Van defense danced around a little bit and made Center nervous.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be
the first Wada penalty on the Rough Riders, though, so
false
far
start.
this game.
Yep, first Wada penalty.
But it's that makes it off schedule as the Rough Riders now ball on the 19, got to get to the 34 for the first down. Have 3 wide receivers to the right. Dixon next to the quarterback, and he's going to pass it. Dixon blocking, and he's going to be brought down. That's the first sack of the ball game, and one of the first sacks I've seen in a long time. Just straight up sack. Every now and then Cross is caught before he gets back to the line when he's running.
Yeah, he caught him coming off the blind side there.
Yeah.
He didn't see him coming around. He was moving up through the pocket, looking to pass the ball downfield.
So this is legitimate now with the Rough Riders second down at 18. They got to get to the 24 just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down at 18. And they're going to fake the handoff, throw a little pitch pass.
That's got some chance.
Has a chance. Gets by 1. Can't get by
nice
the next
play
2.
by Van.
Yes.
Nice play by their secondary.
Good defensive support, but that's all right. They got back six of the yards they lost. Third down and 12, though.
The Van defense does just, it crowds the ball. It moves to the ball every single play.
3 wide receivers again to the right. We seem to like that. Now he's back. He's looking. He throws it deep. He has a man open, but he throws it too far. And so Van returns the favor, stopping the Rough Riders on 3. I just don't know that you go for it on 4th down and 12, especially with a 1-point lead. And so they're going to trade punts. And then the big break, the big stop, Van answers.
That's exactly what you're talking about, Shires.
It's most of the time in most football, can we score? Can we stop it is the question here. You assume both teams are going to score. So the stops are really what are newsworthy. Okay, punt. Hernandez standing on his 10, letting the clock tick down a little bit. And they're going to call timeout at the 1 second mark. That gives me a chance to preview just a little bit the Aurora Concepts halftime show. Deb's Boutique presents the band as they prepare for UIL marching contest tomorrow. Of course, UIL used to be the end-all be-all. Now it's in the UIL system, it's district. If they make a 1, they qualify for the regional playoffs, and they'll continue to work until the next round. So it's a pretty big deal, high stakes. This is their dress rehearsal. After that, Bounds Insurance brings the CHS Chaparrals. East Texas Automotive brings first half analysis with Andy and with Keaton, and the Batters halftime scoreboard. Up close and personal from Borders Poultry Supply is Chris Smith as he talks about the band's work today and tomorrow. All that coming up on the Aurora Concepts halftime show as we get ready for this 4th down punt, first one for the Rough Riders today.
If we were a little closer, I would say try something sneaky, but that's just a long way to go.
Big risk. There's the snap. And there's the punt. He hesitated. It's not a good Hernandez
punt. Got a great roll,
punt,
though. Got a great roll.
It's going to get to the 44. So not bad. That's going to end up being a 40-yard punt when it's all said and done. And Van basically picks up where they left off when the Rough Riders stopped them. 5:17 to go in the half. Van, it usually takes them about 4 to 6 minutes to score. The Rough Riders have 2 timeouts. Van only has 1. If the Rough Riders could stop them.
No, the other way around. Riders have 1.
Right? No, sorry. Riders have a timeout. Van has 2?
Yes.
Okay. So if Rough Riders could stop them, that would be great. They get the ball back. If they don't stop them, no harm done, really. We're still on schedule. We're on serve, but stopping them would be good. So big play. Their second-string quarterback takes the ball, hands it off.
Oh, Riders are there.
And the Riders are there. That is Easton Wolf, and that is And I think there was a fumble. The ball was on the ground. I don't think
Number 7, Austin Moffitt.
it was an actual fumble. I think there was some
Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second
fighting
and
for the
11.
ball after the fact. But, I mean, there's your sophomore linebacking core making the play.
Tackle made by number
And
23,
big number 57 for the Rough Riders.
Except Easton is a freshman, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. I should say underclassmen. Linebackers. Our defensive lineman, number 57, got his helmet ripped off, and he's walking off slowly. I don't know if he's got his feelings hurt, angry, or maybe a little rattled, injured, but he did leave the field, so we'll have to bring in someone to take his place for at least a play. Second down and 11 after the good stop by Wolf. Mayo and Wolf making a strong case for players of the game, at least on defense. Cash Cross on offense.
Right. Well, always.
Looking for the Dairy Queen play of the game. Been several nominees worthy so far. On second down, the quarterback's going to keep it, go right up the middle. The Rough Riders have that stacked up.
Is that Easton Wolf again?
I think it is. Now, he wasn't the one that initially stopped him, but he's the one that took him down. And they're going to give him a gain of 1, but there we go.
No, there
again.
can't be. Is it a gain of 1?
Third down and 10. And it's almost exactly the same play at the same part of the field where they tried that.
4 minutes left in the quarter.
Weak pass, 4 minutes left in the half. Rough Riders with a golden opportunity to make another stop. Both teams scored every time they got the ball until Van's last possession. If you're just joining us, the Rough Riders got them to kick a punt. Then the Rough Riders went 3 and out. So here they are again, third down and 10, golden opportunity. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. The quarterback's going to keep it. He gets to about midfield, and the Rough Riders all converge now.
Great stop.
Good stop, but that's enough to where Shires, I would think they'd go for it, don't you?
No, I mean, I think I think reasonable minds can differ on this one.
Okay. They're bringing the punt unit. I thought if they were 4th and 4, they would go for it.
Yeah, but then they're turning the ball over at midfield.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Of course, this would be an opportune time to run a fake.
Yes, it would.
Because that's the kind of yardage that you could reasonably expect to pick up, and you're in a part of the field where it wouldn't. Oh, there was should have been a false start.
So here we go, lining up for the punt. 1 center Rough Rider deep. They do punt it, and going to be over to the side. Number 2 with the ball. He takes it and turns upfield. He's not going to get far.
That's all right. He saved field position. He probably saved 10 yards of field position.
He hadn't caught it. That's right, yeah.
2:44 left in the half, and Center will have the ball at their own 20-yard line.
And what's at stake here? I mean, Rough Riders up by 1. If you can get down and score.
A touchdown drive would be nice, particularly since we're getting it back to start the second half.
But we're already up by 1.
Up by 1 point.
So a touchdown here.
Makes it a 2-score game, and we get the ball back. That's what's at stake. It would be nice if we score, not to score in 30 seconds, but I mean, we'll take
whatever we can get. Yeah.
There's the snap, and Cross is going to keep it. They were ready for it this time, and he only got 3 yards on that one. And
he got met hard in the middle.
Good tackle. His shortest gain of the gain of the game, not counting the sack, but he didn't see that one coming. So second down and 7. Got a man playing wing and Dixon. He's going to fake it to Dixon and keep it. He's to the 25. He's got it around the side. Gets to the 30. He's out of bounds at the 39. 2:18 to go, and a Ray Jones Chevrolet first down.
Had a beautiful move faking out the cornerback there who had come up to try to make the tackle. He juked him around to the left and moved down the sidelines.
I think he juked out Dixon. I thought Dixon thought he was going to get that.
Yeah. What's interesting, I'll tell you about what Coach Sitton had to say.
Here comes Cross looking deep. He puts it up for Wilburn. It's short. Wilburn comes back for it, makes the catch, and then he drops it. Is that going to be a fumble? If it is, then Van just recovered it. Wilburn caught it, and I think he had it long enough for it to be ruled a fumble. Came back, made the play.
I thought he got the football.
They're talking about it now.
Yeah, a discussion. This will be extremely unpopular if it goes against Van.
Now, I think he caught it. I think he made the catch, and I think he made a football move.
It looked like he caught it and spun around.
First down, Van. And that is just as good as a stop.
Well, it's like a great punt. But I think that's the correct call.
I do too. I do too. Not a good pass, but a good athletic play to get back and make the catch. But Wilburn they stripped the ball from it. Good play by Van.
I just think he was, I don't know if cross got hit because that was a duck just as like the other one was a duck.
Of course, it was a 50-yard duck.
Yeah,
it was right. Yeah,
it was a duck with a good arm behind it.
Right, but Wilbur comes back and gets it, and then I just think he's trying to get it in, corral it, and he starts going, and it just.
Well, so Van has another chance as the defenses suddenly have started playing.
Off to Moffitt.
Right up the middle, and a good gain on first down of 6 yards. Looks like the Rough Rider defense starting to kind of.
They're starting to move in.
I know, but
second and 4.
I'm telling you, we got maybe with the backup quarterback it might be okay, but I'm telling you that's what they do. They want you to come up, and then they'll try to sneak one by you. So I know that coaches have warned our defensive backs about that.
Second down and 5. 1:33 to go in the half. Rough Riders up by 1. Quarterback's going to keep it. Has a hole to his right. Jukes and dances, but boy, he is met definitively by Cody Atkinson again.
Woo, he put the fear of the Lord into that one.
I didn't even need to see the number to know who did that.
Yeah. Cody likes that. Cody likes contact. He's a throwback.
Yes.
$5 each or 5 for 20 and can be purchased next to the concession stand.
First down on the 35-yard line, 1:05 to go in the half. If the Rough Riders can hold them out of the end zone, they still get a chance to make it a two-score game. Big pass. Man open. Threw it too far. That was not a duck. He threw that as hard as he could and told his receiver to run to it, and he just couldn't quite get there.
Still too much air under that, but we, concerning our corner did not get his head turned around. And was beaten.
Easton Hinch, the receiver, and just couldn't quite get enough speed to get to the ball, but it's also a no gain on first down. Second down and 10, ball on the 35.
Now, Van does have 2 timeouts. No, they just have 1 timeout left to play with. I must have missed one.
And the Rough Riders still have one, and they would love a chance to get this ball back.
52 seconds left in the half.
And the snap to the quarterback. He goes to his right, and they run him down and push him out of bounds. Which is good for the Rough Riders, as that was a gain of only 3. 3.5. They got to get to the 45, and the ball is between the 38 and 39. Another key play, Andy.
There we go, another 3rd and long.
Yep. Rough Riders have had 3rd and long on back-to-back drives after being completely unable to stop the Vandals. They've stopped them twice in a row. Have a chance to do it here again.
Interesting chess match at this point. What do you do if you're Van? Do you run the football and try to get it? And if you don't, do the Riders use the timeout to try to get?
Absolutely.
They don't need much time, but they need at least half a minute.
You would think you wouldn't want to run towards the sideline or throw it.
Until they show me they can complete a pass, I'm going to call it a run play, and it is.
It is a run right up the middle, and they spun around at the line of scrimmage. Number 23 catches him.
Sets up a 4th and 5.
Yeah, that's a gain of almost nothing. And again, they called Cody Atkins. I don't think that was him that time. I think that was number 23.
That would be Parker
on the stop. And so,
please put 39 seconds on the game clock.
Okay.
Adding 5 seconds back to the game clock.
And that's timeout almost got to be center.
Yep.
So, can we keep it here, Mr. Shires?
Yes. Let's keep it here.
Let's visit.
We need to set everything up for the folks on the radio.
Yes, folks on the radio. You haven't been able to see the swiftness of the Rough Rider attack, but the last 2 possessions, they were unable to score. So the Rough Riders are going to get the ball back. By the time they get it, it'll be about 30 seconds, no timeout.
The Riders have stopped Van now 3 times. Mm-hmm. The Van truly stopped the Riders once and then forced a turnover on a huge play, which if Wilburn just falls down, then we have the ball.
That's right. But
score.
It worked. And so now the Rough Riders, barring something tragic, are going to go in with at least a 1-point lead and getting the ball back to start the half. But they have a chance to score again. The kick is up, it's high, and it's fielded, and it's safely fielded at the 28, fair caught.
32 seconds left in the half. Rough Riders ball 1st and 10 at the 28.
Plenty of time. Riders have no timeouts, but the clock will stop with a first down. So
that's right. With big gains, the Rough Riders, and by the time they stop the clock to move the chains, the Riders are always to the ball before the chains are set in place. So they are built for this kind of short 32-second drive. They have 32 seconds to travel 72 yards.
Or even a field goal or anything will be.
Exactly. A field goal would have the Rough Riders up by 4 at halftime, getting the ball.
Dixon across in the backfield.
And he's looking to pass, has some time, and decides now I'm going to run it. And he's tackled from behind, and he protects the ball. But worst case scenario, because
we can't stop it, so we got to get back quickly.
And the receivers are all deep downfield. Lance Wilbur needs to hurry. He's offsides. He was just
jogging back up the field.
Went to sleep. Forgot what was up. You can tell in his body language that he knows he messed that up. Yeah. He was not getting back quickly. Even if he had run quickly.
Oh, no, but he could have got back. He just didn't realize. Yeah. And the problem is
a sack is kind of a deal breaker.
The van scorekeeper is a hometown score. There should be 13 seconds. They put it down to 10, so if there's a 10-second runoff, that'll end it.
We'll see if the Rough Riders catch it. The referees catch it. It's the second penalty.
Second runoff. The clock should actually be at 15 seconds.
See.
5 seconds on the game clock.
Look, I give the van clock guy kudos.
Yeah. Hey, but I give that referee kudos.
Yeah. The referees are the. Hey, this may be one of the best.
Look what he put on the clock.
Yeah, 5 seconds. This may be one of the best officiating crews that we've seen.
They're letting them play. There's been very few WADA penalties, WADA flags. And the Rough Riders, Van made the play.
And there's been some tension between the players, but the refs, the officiating crew have kept that in wraps. They've kept control of the game.
Without
penalizing people.
Changing the flow of the game.
Right.
How about that, Larry Pierce? We just complimented the referees. You go, ref.
Oh, wait.
Come on, ref.
Very good job by these officials this evening.
So that was the perfect play for the Vandals to make, a sack, because, no stopping the clock with timeouts or.
So what are we going to see here, Chris?
Oh, we're going to take to that. We're going to take it in.
Take the knee and go in up by 1 here in Van. Stick around for the Aurora Concepts halftime show. It's going to be a good one. We'll be right back.
The first half is over, so now it's time for the Aurora Concepts halftime show. Tonight, we begin with Deb's Boutique bringing us the Center High School Marching Band the day before their UIL contest in Nacogdoches. Following that, it's the Shelby County Sweethearts, the Chaparrals, brought to you by Bowles Insurance and Center. Then East Texas Auto Motor gets us some halftime analysis of what happened in the first half, and then the Batters area scoreboard. And then Borders Poultry Supply brings us up close and personal with our band director. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Aurora Concepts halftime show. And now, a young man who's not afraid to steal a gold medal from anybody. Keaton Watlington.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Aurora Concepts halftime show here in Van, Texas. Real quick, Shires, let's talk about the Dairy Queen play of the half. What's your nomination?
I'm going to say Cash's huge run.
Which one, though?
The first one.
The first one? I agree. I think my nomination is going to be the successful 2-point conversion attempt.
Okay, let's go with that.
You know, you go with that?
Let's go with that. That's the Dairy Queen play of the game.
Play of the half is a successful 2-point conversion.
Or play of the half. That's right.
Right, the half so far.
Right. So we got, is this the center band coming out?
This is the band.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's introduce the band, and we'll get ready for their performance.
Before contest.
Welcome back, everyone.
The script will be the same.
Time to watch the twirlers and then the band. I think it's going to start with just the band, actually. This is a really big moment for the high school band if you've been following them.
The next band in Conference 4A,
as you can hear,
is the Center High School Band.
This is going, I'll say it after.
Precision Fanfare by Ray, Chicago World's Fair by Mater, Parade of the Champions by Yoder, and Tripoli Temple March by Barnhouse.
They will be doing the exact same script as contest tomorrow. So
Drum
obviously,
majors, Brandon Denby and Damian Horton, you may begin your performance for the UIL Region 21 Marching Band Contest.
So obviously this is the band's last chance to get a full run through in front with any real pressure before marching contest tomorrow. So obviously the entire drill will be present today. We'll get to see kind of a good look at probably exactly what's going to be performed on the field tomorrow. Very big moment for the band as they march into place. One of the things that was the hardest thing for me to do for this game right here was not get nervous. You'll have to see how they respond to the pressure right here. Will they speed up? Will they slow down? Will they rise to the occasion and be exactly as prepared? Precision fanfare right there. Really good balance, really well in tune. So far, a good start to the drill. It's going into the first maneuver here. You can see that the low brass is well mixed in the balance so far. All of the higher parts are also mixed as well, and the diagonal lines looking really fresh with that stripe on the uniform.
Yeah, the diagonals look pretty good, really good. Of course, the band is brought to you all year long by Deb's Boutique on the historic Center Square in the John C. Rogers building. Go by Deb's Boutique for all sorts of clothing, including Rough Rider clothing.
This right here, everyone is in step 5 yards apart. It's very important to make sure that you are perfectly in line with the person to your left and right, because if you're not, it becomes really obvious to a judge from a long way away. Oh, that's beautiful right there as they close it up. The lines are, that just looks really, really good. I can only see one person out of step, and that's also very good.
What's the name of this march? Do you remember?
Tripoli Temple, maybe? I played it, but I was focused on the notes, not usually the name.
Right. And of course, here's the infinity symbol that we see every week. Mm-hmm. That's been in the drill pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah, since week 1. And it looks good. The mix is good. This is called the trio. It's like the chorus of a song. You usually want to play through it twice. The first time through will be a little smaller, a little less loud. And then the second time through is when the low brass will really carry it. And so good to have a dynamic difference right there. And they pulled it off. As they close back up, only 2 steps apart. Very difficult to maintain lines right here. As we begin the new march, typically military marching performances are comprised 2 to 3 or maybe 4 different parts of different marches. Now the hard part. Will the band be able to stay together and keep that constant, consistent mix while playing at different sides? Obviously, facing different ways while playing an instrument with 100 other people is a challenging task.
That's right. You want to, because you want to keep that sound. The hard thing is to keep that sound compact.
Compact and not have anyone stick out. But I would call that maneuver a success.
Yes. I think we're ready, Keaton. I think we're ready.
I agree. So far, this is a Division I game. So, coming into the last little part of the drill.
Well, this is the first part. This is where we're gonna come. We're gonna focus in on our drum, one of our drum majors, as he comes over and gets his tuba.
This is part 3 of the drill. Typically, this is where if you have a standout solo performer, you want to feature them.
Is it Horton? Is this gentleman's name?
Damian Horton.
Damian Horton. And what grade is he in this year?
Believe he's a senior, which is crazy that he's. I'm getting old.
They do the flying V in the background.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Obviously, pulling off a solo with an entire band of people behind you, it's really difficult for the soloist to maintain the correct volume and for the rest of the band to not overpower him. I think that was also very nicely done. So now they'll face the stands. You don't want, you want to be louder right here, but you don't want to be oppressive.
Right.
Let's see if they pull it off.
And you don't want a trumpet to be blaring out of control.
Right.
Of course, the band fans here appreciate Center's band performance because they have a very excellent band themselves. Of course, that's the Center High School marching band, the pride of Shelby County, as they get ready for their contest tomorrow. Do you know what time they perform? Around 2:30, right?
I have no idea when they perform, but I know where they perform.
Yeah, I believe it's around 2:30 tomorrow. So good luck to Center Rough Rider Band to perform like they did this evening. Looks good. We're going to hear from Dale Boutique. We'll be back for the Sweethearts of Shelby County right after this.
Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. Bounds Insurance and Center. Protecting families and institutions for more than 50 years. Now Buster and Carolyn and the staff are proud to bring you Shelby County Sweethearts, the Center High School Chaparrals. The Bounds family has several generations of students involved with the Chaparrals, including this year's captain. Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. When it's time for quality insurance or the Center Chaparrals, it's Bounds Insurance and Center.
All right, folks. Here is the Sweethearts of Shelby County, the Center High School Chaparrals, brought to you by Bounds Insurance. They're having some sort of technical issue with the music.
Yeah, it happens about once a
year. 1 moment, Chaparral.
As you can hear, one moment for them. Of course, this is nerve-wracking. You have to stand in position in front of potentially 3,000 people.
I hear some sweet music playing. Yeah. And it's not telephone.
That's not telephone. You know, if there are bands still out on the field and they're still performing once halftime is done,
We had
it's a
equipment
penalty
malfunction being repaired now.
on the home team. So maybe a little bit of strategy here.
To try to start and get a 5.
Yeah. That actually happened my junior year. We were able to get a penalty on the home team. It's trying to get there. I guess now's a good time to talk about the atmosphere here in Van.
Yeah.
One of the really good things about the atmosphere today has been really quiet, and I think that's good because we were able to get a clear sound of the band.
Yes.
We've been able to get pretty good commentary from you guys, I suppose, as well. I've been getting real close to the fans immediately to my left. I'm getting to hear the background information, if you will, on the team. They seem to be worried that number 7 is going to fumble the ball. So maybe that's something to focus on in the second half. So that's telephone.
Yeah,
they
telephone
have
is up.
They are playing it on a phone speaker through a microphone. That is the only way they could figure out how to do it.
There they go.
There it is. Oh, man. Of course, the Chaparrals, probably one of the 2 or 3 hardest working organizations on campus. You can see there just the confidence and the patience to not lose your nerve while standing completely still for almost 2 minutes.
A lot of trouble in that. I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry to our younger viewers. The high end on that audio was a little piercing. To our older viewers,
they were like, what are y'all talking about?
Doesn't matter.
I'm in the older category, and that was a little rough.
Yeah, I'm surprised you caught it.
I'm told I'm very immature.
Well, I don't agree with that. If it would please you, I don't agree with that. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Center Chaparrals.
Center High School Chaparrals.
The Sweethearts of Shelby County. We'll hear from Bounds Insurance, which brings us to Chaparrals every week, and we'll be back more with the Aurora Concepts halftime show here next.
Yes, not only am I looking for good insurance, but my grandson's making one of those rock and roll gospel albums. I was wondering if you could find me a good place for insurance and a place for him to record his project.
Fortunately, you just described Buster Bounds and Bounds Insurance and Center. Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you, they listen to you, they're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Everybody, whoop, no one with that. Welcome back to the Aurora Concepts halftime shows. We get ready to go up to our East Texas Automotor first half analysis and batters halftime scoreboard. So let's turn it over to Keaton Wallington.
Hi.
Let's do a little bit of halftime analysis with you and Andy.
Let's do a little halftime analysis, Andy. I guess first thing for me is I was over there. I was over the camera. I haven't heard what y'all were talking about all game. So
this will be good to see how it matches up with what we actually said.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, so
you're going to be tested on this.
Should I go first then?
Please,
oh,
Keaton,
of course.
What did you see happen?
I was watching everything through the camera, so
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
I didn't get the full
Adds
picture.
10 pounds, I
Right.
understand.
It adds on everybody. Our offensive line looks great. Obviously, I think this is a battle of attrition. It's going to come down to who can stop the other team first and then immediately score right after. I thought when we stopped Van on that very first time, we were going to immediately respond, start leaving them behind. That's not the case. It seems to be early both defenses weren't playing, and then towards the end of the half, both defenses decided to play. So I think the most important thing to focus on going forward, and I know we have a separate segment for that, is going to be which defense is going to be able to stand up and stop the opposing offense. That's for me. What analysis do you have?
Well, it was interesting because if you look at those 29 points on the scoreboard for the Center Rough Riders, we actually scored those 29 points in about 17 plays.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was the epitome of efficiency, and then Van figured out what we were doing, and Van was able to stop us the last several drives. And so, if we're going to be able to make some good adjustments at halftime and come out and give them something they haven't seen yet, potentially, then I think we're going to move the ball again, remembering that we get the ball first in the second half.
Yes,
exactly, and that's we chose the play of the half was the 2-point conversion.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, because
beautiful. Chris, who was doing play-by-play, actually turned away and was talking and missed it.
Of course he was.
That's kind of my fault.
He's play-by-play occasionally. But I think in this game, it's going to come down to possession. And if it doesn't come down to possession, it's going to come down to 1 point. Again, the Rough Riders have so many different weapons to choose from in the second half. It's just going to be a matter of who's going to step up and take it.
Absolutely. The Van's motif seemed to be to grind the ball out and eat up as much of the clock as they possibly could. We've said this in the first half. It's going to come down possibly to who has the ball last.
I would agree with that. And critically for the rest of the game, because of how long the Van offense has been on the field, that means the center defense has been on the field for a very long time as well. Will they be able to keep pace, or will they be worn out?
Well, and it's interesting because I know we mentioned several times that right around the corner is that machine known as Carthage that we face next week, and Van faces in 2 weeks. And so this is a good setup game. This is a good warm-up game for facing that machine.
Yeah,
that's very good, and it's a key one. We'll talk more about that later. Now we're going to hear from East Texas Automotor, which brings us our halftime analysis. We'll come back with the up close and personal and the batter's scoreboard right after this.
What's going wrong? How do we fix it? What's going right, and how do we tune that up? That's the question right now for the Rough Riders and their coaches, but when it's you and your car, it's a question for you and East Texas Auto. We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto. What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me, or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the Sign Shop, Center, Texas.
Welcome back to the Aurora Concepts Halftime Report. Tonight, Borders Poultry Supply's Up Close and Personal segment gives us a chance to visit with band director Chris Smith about 18 hours before the band's UIL marching performance at SFA. Let's go now, Up Close and Personal.
Mr. Smith, what a week you had. congratulations on having the week off.
Oh yeah, a week off. Yeah, the kids didn't get much of a week off. It's kind of nice to sleep in and then come in in the evening time, I guess.
I suppose.
The kids have been working really well though.
And this, as people are seeing this in Van, and that's going to be less than 24 hours before contest. Talk me through it. What's the day going to look like, and is the band ready?
The band's ready. I was a little nervous with last week, Poultry Festival. We missed a rehearsal with the opening ceremonies, and then Friday had lots of kids out with the Poultry Festival, and so we came back Monday night, and I hadn't seen them in a while, and I was really nervous. But they had a great rehearsal Monday and Tuesday night, and good one Thursday morning. The band's ready. We just got to keep being consistent and just keep reminding them, keep doing the right things and be consistent. And they're gonna be fine. I think they're gonna have a good run.
So, you're not in school today to go to Van. You met and ran through the drill at what, about 2:45?
Right. We're gonna open band hall about 1:30 for the kids to come get things ready, and then we'll run it at 2:45. And then from that point, just go load the truck and head to Van, get there a little early since it's a long trip.
Traveling several zip codes and a couple of area codes to Van, and then you're going to get back tonight.
That's right. It'll probably be at 1 a.m., a little after 1 a.m. by the time we get back. And so hopefully the kids get rides quickly and go home and get to bed. And then we're fortunate we don't march till 4:45 at SFA. And so we're going to open band hall about 11:30 that morning and get everything started. Super.
All right. Well, good fortune to you. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling confident, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
We hope, and thank you. I appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, sir. And that does it for the Aurora Concepts halftime show. A big thank you to our guest, Chris Smith, and to all of our halftime sponsors, but mainly Deb's Boutique, Bounds Insurance, East Texas Automotor, The Sign Shop, and, of course, Borders Poultry and Aurora Concepts. We'll hear from them now and come back with the second half.
When you need supplies for your poultry farm, remember Borders Poultry Supply on Highway 87 South here in Center. The folks at Borders Poultry are ready to help you with parts for your brooders, chore time and rock cell feeders, and new drinker systems. Do you need a new incinerator? Are you ready for a new litter barn or compost shed? Do you need some updates on your poultry farm? Call 598-6297. Borders Poultry Supply, builders of quality poultry houses.
Center Rough Rider football tonight brought to you in part by Covington Lumber Supply, 3 generations and still building strong. Ace Hardware, the place for hardware in East Texas. And Brookshire Brothers. They sold their first bag of groceries when the Rough Riders ran their first play, 102 years strong.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance.
Scoreboard at halftime. So what do we got? I don't know. Was that Robin Williams and Mork? Sounds like Mork. You know who Mork is?
No, but I do know what this is. It's batter's time.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means.
All right, so that's batter's time. Andy, what do you got on the batter scoreboard?
In the fourth quarter, we've got Timpson blowing out West Sabine 56-8. We got 2 games in the third quarter. Tenaha up over Alto 34-14. Joaquin up over San Augustine 27-13. We got 2 games at halftime. Carthage is beating Rusk 35-7, and Canton and Bullard have played each other to a 0-0 tie.
Oh, wow. All right, folks, that's our Batters Scoreboard brought to you by Batters Law Firm. We'll hear from them when we come back with our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the second half as we close out, as we finally and firmly close out and get ready to kick this thing off.
As you prepare to choose who you're going to do business with, one good indicator of success is growth. What began as a single location bank to service Shelby County has now grown with multiple and beautiful facilities in towns and across counties, including the new mothership on Selma Street. 40 years of excellence. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters. 833-BATTERS. 833-BADDERS.
See if I can.
All right then. The halftime celebration is over. Now it's time for the second half of Rough Rider football. And now, let's take you to the counselor, Stephen Shires.
All right, everybody, it's time for our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the second half, Mr. Wallington.
Well, I was going to ask you those. I don't know. I always go to you for the keys.
Oh, I think whatever we figured out how to stop that run, we just continue to do it. Stop their run, put them in third and long. We've seen they have difficulty. I think that's the key. And then us just to continue to play. And, I think they stopped us twice. I mean, one was an unfortunate Wilburn turnover.
Yeah, and Andy, I think a big key to winning is taking this kickoff and scoring, make it a two-score game
immediately. And I think an adjustment that we need to make is we need to go back to what we were doing so successfully in the first quarter was quarterback runs.
Yeah.
I know that pass was beautiful to see. He was wide open. They were wide open multiple times, but when Cross is scrambling around, he ends up downfield.
Yes, he does.
Most of the time.
What's our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the second half, brought to you by Ray Jones Chevrolet. Go see Marlon and the guys at Ray Jones Chevrolet right there on Tennessee Highway. They will set you up in your Tahoe or any Chevrolet product, your Chevrolet pickup truck. And here's the kickoff. It's going to be short. Rider's going to field it, get upfield, hesitate, and then they get swallowed up again. The rider's going to start about the 36-yard line.
It's a good place to start.
Yes.
Good place to start the drive. Looks like they're placing it at the 35.
And so, the most important, I think, offensive drive of maybe of the year so far.
Yep.
Is this one right here. Can the Rough Riders capitalize? Up by a point in a game where they're 2-point underdogs. They're number 15 team in the state, staring across the ball in red at the number 16. Two evenly matched teams, a chance to get some separation. Here we go. The first handoff is to the left. He's a lot of speed there. That's number 8. That's a different running back.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, sorry, not Dixon. And so he comes with a little bit of different.
DeCalvian Edwards.
DeCalvian Edwards, a little different sort of runner, and it works for a first down to the 49-yard line.
Dixon is not on the field for this drive so far.
Kind of unusual. And so it is Cross going to keep the ball. He gets to the 50. He's going to have to round the corner, and they stretch him out.
That's where I thought he was going to get it up the field and get about 4. Said he bounces it out, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, second down and just almost no gain at all. So let's call it 2nd and 10.
That's okay. Stretching that defense out like that is going to break one sooner or later.
We'll see. On this play, 2 receivers to his right. He fakes a handoff, looks to his left. He trying to get Wilburn singled up. And, boy, look, there's no one over there except for Wilburn's defender. So it was a designed quick, curl, and it was just thrown a little bit behind Wilburn. He couldn't get back to it. So here we go, 3rd down and 9.
It was a kind of a comeback route, but the ball was a little bit behind him.
Had to come back a
well,
little too
Van
far.
wants to stack the blocks. They want to get right there in the middle. They do not want to stretch out with the speed of the center team.
Huge play. In the first possession on 3rd down and 9, we scored. Here's another chance. The pass is perfectly in Wilburn's hands. The normally sure-handed Wilburn drops this one. In the first half, he caught one and fumbled. This time, he just had it in his hands and dropped it. And 4th down and 9 at midfield. and you're seeing the chance to go ahead, slip away from you, and the decision is to punt.
We got to.
That pass would have set up a 4th and 2, but instead it's a 4th and 9.
It has set up a 4th, and we'd have probably gone for it. Yeah. But
you go for it on 4th and 2. 4th and 9. That's 3 series in a row. The Rough Riders have been stopped. Of course, they've stopped the Vandals 3 in a row. The offense is controlled until about 4 minutes left in the first half, and then the defense has decided to be dominant.
Excellent punt.
Nice punt.
Yeah.
Fair catch called all the way down to the 15.
It was muffed slightly.
Struggled to catch the punt, so Austin Moffitt's fair catch, near a fumble, puts Van with the ball at the 15, 16-yard line. So, Andy, not what we thought. Andy.
No. Now, consequently, the most important drive right now is for the Center Rough Riders to stop what's about to happen.
They all get kind of most important now until one team or the other kind of gets a little bit of separation.
We haven't had any scoring in this game since early in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, about midway through, you're right. It's been a while. It's been a while. So, Rough Rider defense that really woke up and controlled the line of scrimmage like the coach said he wanted them to do. Can they do it again after first half adjustments? The handoff in the backfield. The Rough Riders are in the backfield.
Number 7, Austin Moffitt.
Austin Moffitt is going to get about 2 yards before he's stopped by several Rough Riders. Who's the quarterback? Is it still number 1?
It is not number 10. He is still on the sidelines.
So a very hard tackle of their starter.
Easton Wolf again on a tackle.
Now, Wolf's name called so much, along with, of course, the usual suspects, Mayo and Atkinson.
And Parker. We had Parker a couple times.
Parker a couple of different times. And calling their names a lot more in the second quarter than the first. Quarterback takes it. He dances. He finds a hole, gets to the secondary.
Number 1, Cannon Rainey, the ball
2
carrier.
safeties tackle him, but not before he gets enough for the first down, and they get a little breathing room out from inside their 20 now to right at the 30-yard line.
Number 2, Timothy Johnson. 1st and 10 Vandals at their own.
Yeah, Timothy Johnson, 29. Number 2, in on that tackle, one of the safeties, and
moves the sticks. Van has the ball 1st and 10 at the 29.
They're taking their time, of course.
That's their style.
Will we continue to see these quarterback runs right up the middle of the gap?
I think so, but this time, yeah, it's a handoff, and they have it blocked up. Beautiful tackle.
Open field.
Boy, I didn't get his number.
Number 18.
Okay, Jacaden Rogers saved what was probably a touchdown. He's going to be good for a first down, but, man, the offensive line had blown a hole enough to sink a boat in the left side of the Rough Rider defense, and a good solo tackle stopped what would have been a very, very long game. First down and 10 from the 42.
Van lines up in the same run offense.
And the handoff to number 7, the speedy one around the corner. He gets the corner, crosses the 50, and he gets 10 yards. Almost exactly what he needed. What is he? Looks like he's about 5'7", 8".
Yeah, he's the smallest player on the field, but he's mighty quick. And his little run off left tackle that he breaks outside.
Who's the new Deuce Vaughn? The Deuce.
Deuce Vaughn, number 22, for the Dallas Cowboys.
The new Cowboy everyone's so excited about. A lot of really good running backs over the years in college and pro ranks that are just undersized and managed to get it done. That's what this Moffitt fella has done for them. But really, their player of the game is number 1.
Yeah, the backup quarterback who's come in and really taken over the game for them and really helped them to continue to stay in it with the Center Rough Riders.
He keeps the ball, and the play is blown dead, and that's because Van wanted a timeout.
I'd really say their player of the game is their offensive line, who's been really good.
That's true. That's right. And
that's
I think
a valid point.
Their player of the season, probably. Well, Van takes timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back from Van's Memorial Stadium.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Everybody, welcome back. Get ready here. We're going to have a first down and 10 with 8:56 to go here in the third quarter.
Van drive started at the 15, and 4 first downs later, they're across midfield. And the keeper to the quarterback around the right side. Nice hole, but again, nice tackle.
Number 1, Cannon Rainey.
As the Rough Riders stepped up,
tackle made by number
filled the gap. Timothy Johnson.
Gain of 6, going to be 2nd and 4.
We called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, and a lot on defense, a couple of times on offense, and 2 or 3 times on special teams. He's one of those that is, he's rarely the star, but he's always a supporting player, and a supporting player in all phases. He made a good tackle, but still 6 yards on first down, 2nd and 4. Ball on the 42. Van moving left to right as you look at your radios, KDET. A pass, and
it's going to be picked.
Guy is open, and Rough Rider Timothy Johnson
I thought
was
Johnson
there.
was going to pick that one.
And the receiver became defender. He was waiting for it.
And then he almost
bounced right back into his hands.
Yeah. And Andy, we have had the most terrible luck on stuff like that. Those 50-50 balls.
We don't win very many.
It's crazy. We have how the ball. We've had a couple of them Kareem around and the receiver catches.
That's
like
that old practice drill, the tip drill.
Yeah, we if we do it well in practice, it doesn't really work in the game very much. 3rd down and 4, big play. Quarterback keeps it, trying to find room, finds room. He didn't think he was going to, but he gets it. Good shoulder tackle at about the 25-yard line. That's Cody Atkinson. No surprise there, but the damage was already done. Good for the first down, and Van getting close to the State Farm red zone. Let me encourage everybody to come tomorrow to the Porticool Park. It starts at 11 a.m., goes to about 2 o'clock. It's the Howl-a-thon event from the group that is trying to get a Adopt a Pet Center established in Center. I'm going to be there as a master of ceremonies, but Fry's food truck will be there supplying the food, and this is your best chance to try some of the unusual fried delicacies that the group in that truck creates. Not only will it be a good chance to eat, it'll be a good chance to socialize and be a part of a good event. The event is tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, and the Fry's food truck will be there. We hope to see you. The pause in the action came from having a Rough Rider player that I think had a cramp and got up and left the field on his own power.
So we set it up for the folks on the radio.
Okay. Folks on the radio, it is 1st down and 10 for Van. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Right. Riders leading 29-28 with 7:52 to go here in the third quarter, and the referee calls for the clock to start.
Rough Riders have scored 4 touchdowns, so Rough Riders had 1 2-point conversion. That's the difference in the score. Looked like, the Rough Riders were going to be able to pull ahead. They got the ball to start the half and just went really nowhere. And so the punt to Van, and Van has gone from the 15 to the 26, 1st down and 10, and with a chance to try and take the lead again. They haven't led since mid-second quarter. And here's their 1st down snap. Handoff to big number 20. He is met and tackled after about a 4-yard gain. And good. Keep them less than 5 yards, and that's a good thing. Several Rough Riders on the tackle.
Group of white shirts ganging up around him.
Mosley was the last to get up.
Jackson Parker, number 23, was there as well.
Parker
Looks like about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, almost. About, well, let's be optimistic and say a 4.
I'm giving it 4. We're setting up 2nd
and 6. Let's be optimistic.
There you go.
But they're getting close to that red zone, and it's on this drive, it's been more like 4 to 8 yards a run. 2nd down, 2 men to the left, takes the ball, quarterback's going to keep it, stutters, waits for the hole, finds it, gets close to the 1st down yardage.
He's going to be short, but it's going to be
short by about half a yard, yeah.
Looks like they're going to mark it in the State Farm red zone at the 27-yard line. Atkinson's going to keep him short. 3rd down and 1 is definite advantage Van. If the Rough Riders stop it, they'll almost certainly go for it. although they have a field goal kicker that could kick, I'm pretty sure, a 33-yard field goal.
Now,
but
this is where I would run the play action pass.
Okay. So the Rough Riders are going to bring everybody into the box.
We got one
Pretty
spread
tight.
to the left.
Yep. And here is the handoff, and number 20 avoids the tackle, makes the first down, makes another move, avoids the tackler, 5-yard, 3-yard line, touchdown. And it looked like we had a player there to make the play, but the tackle was completely missed. And so on 3rd down and 1, that ends up being a 17-yard touchdown, and Van is back in control. Well, not in control, but in the lead.
Yeah, it was just good open field running by that running back right then. It was plenty of opportunities. We just got to be able to make those tackles.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we were trying to strip the football rather than bring him down.
Yeah, and he had already made the first down. I guess I understand the temptation. The snap's a little high, but
low
the
kick,
holder,
but it's good.
Yeah, he does good. Extra point is good, and it's 35-29. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, Van is back in charge, leading by 6. We'll be back here to Mal Fowler Field in Van after this.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention, and that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Sandy Cox State Farm is your Shelby County State Farm insurance agent. She and her staff support all of Shelby County's teams. A quick look at Google reviews tells you how her customers feel about her.
I love State Farm. When I moved to Texas, I'm so glad I found Sandy's office. I highly recommend these guys. They're great.
Find her on Tenaha Street, Sandy Cox State Farm.
All right, folks, here we go. Riders are going to get it again. This is Wolf. He's going to return it again. And again, the Riders going to start, about the 35, 36-yard line.
Almost pretty consistent. Both teams have started about there. And Easton Wolf, just because by virtue of where he lines up in the middle of the field, he's becoming our primary returner in this game.
All right, Center's got to move the ball down the field this drive.
It's been a while. Three possessions in a row and very little to show for it. Dixon's back. That's good news. He took the first drive off. And they hand it to him, and he hits the middle, and they bring him down because there just wasn't a whole lot of space for him to negotiate. A little, I call it 2, 2nd down and 8. How many yards was Dixon averaging?
187 rushing yards gain.
Yeah, not even close to that today. Well, Cash Cross keeps the ball, but they were ready for it. And they're going to stack him back, a loss for about 4, make it a loss of 5. 3rd down and 13 is what that's going to bring up. Well, I mean, if you scheme the defense perfectly, that's what happens. Shires, they had that called exactly.
Yeah, they did. They were looking for it.
It almost looked like a busted play to me because Cross he faked the handoff with Dixon moving to the right, and then he followed behind him instead of crossing the other way.
That's true. That's true. If they were keying on Dixon, it doesn't do much good to run where Dixon's running. Big 3rd down for the Riders, down by 6. There's the snap. He's looking downfield. He's going to be able to run it, but is he going to be able to run it far enough? He gets to the 40, breaks a tackle, gets to the 45, where he's pushed out of bounds. They're going to mark it exactly at the 45, and he's going to be 4 feet short of the first down, 4th and 1 1/4, 1 1/3. Yep. Ball marked exactly at the hash mark of the 40. They've got to get across the 41, and that's most likely going to be a huge 4th down and 1. 35-29, 4:41 to go. Riders down by 6, needing a 4th down conversion, and there's movement. Who's it going to be on? Van says it's on us. And it's the 2nd time tonight that Van's defense has made a little move on the line. Okay. We called timeout before the penalty. Neener, chicken dinner. We'll be back after this.
Rough Rider Football is brought to you in part by McAdams Propane Company. Gas up your engines with McAdams. Joe's Car Spa. With Joe's, Clean is easy. Yard Birds, the finest barbecue right at the city limit sign on Tennehaw Highway. And Sandy Cox State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Sandy Cox is there on Tennehaw Street. You're watching the Center Rough Riders versus the Van Vandals, live from Van Memorial Stadium.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is a huge play right here, Chris Wallington.
Yeah. Set it up for him, Shires.
4th down and 1, a long one, almost 2. 4:41 to go in the third quarter. Riders trail by 6.
Got to get across the 44-yard line. We're on the 45. Dixon in the backfield. He claps for the ball. He takes the ball, hands it to Dixon. He's caught in the backfield, and he is slung down. Biggest play of the game. That's by number 0, Logan Fatig. Difficult name to say correctly, but he doesn't care. He was in the backfield, which is difficult enough, but he single-handedly threw down Dixon, and that doesn't happen. One of the best defensive plays of the year, and now suddenly the Rough Riders
are in trouble.
Yeah.
Defense is going to have to step up right here.
Yeah, the offense has never been more than a possession away from taking the lead, which they were able to do with ease until about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
This game's going to be won and you're lost on the line right here. It's going to be really a big battle between this defensive line and this offensive line to try to stop this Van running game.
Yeah. Van's has a chance to go 2 scores up. Neither team been able to do that. Here's the handoff, delayed, met in the hole by number 3, I believe, Austin Moffitt, the ball carrier. And that's Jermaine Hunter. But again, 6 yards before Hunter. Hunter's a defensive secondary player having to go up and meet the player.
Well, you never want your running back to be being tackled by linebackers. You need your defensive line to get up there and make a play.
Linebackers, true, certainly not secondary
players.
Oh, no. And that's what has happened this half. And first quarter, second quarter, it changed. Can they find it again? 2nd down and 4. And the quarterback's going to keep it around the right side. He has the first down across the 30. They catch up to him. Again, it's Jermaine Hunter, but after he crosses the 25-yard line to the 24, that's Cannon Rainey, the quarterback. Seems like they've had a lot of success going over towards the right. And their lineman, Ace Bostic. I mean, does that sound like a
There's a player right there. That's a name right there.
That's a big old fella as well, number 74. He's not the biggest. I think he's probably the biggest. And when I've been able to watch him, he's played mean. He's the right guard. The right tackle is as big as he is. Rough Riders jump off sides.
Got enough sides.
Here comes the running back across the line of scrimmage. He makes the first down. So unless center was pulled off, that's going to be a first down as they enter the State Farm red zone.
I think it's going to be offsides.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was immediate.
The Wada penalties, none of them fell for the Rough Riders. And really, most of the flags on the Rough Riders have been line of scrimmage penalties, offsides or illegal motion.
We've had 0 holding penalties this entire game.
Crazy. And you know there's been holding going on.
Yeah,
so
I've seen it.
Right. We could have called the penalty.
All right, I don't mind that. I mean, again, like I said, I think the officials are doing a good job.
Unless it is.
The official said, roll the clock, fellas.
Yeah. Linden Edge.
The clock has not started.
Whatever
There he
his
goes.
doppelganger is in Van is running the clock. Quarterback keeps
There's
it.
a hold right there.
Right.
They've got to call that. It was right there in front of the line judge.
Yeah,
when your defensive lineman looks like he's swimming backwards, you know that it's a hold.
Couldn't get away from the offensive lineman and make the play. But a short game, just the same as the defense pushed that over. You see that some of the Rough Rider our 2 best offensive players are in the game now to try to help make the stop for the Riders. We have our quarterback playing corner, and Dixon, our running back, playing outside linebacker. Here comes the 2nd down call. Delayed handoff to number 20. That keeps working as he makes his way through and untouched into the end zone. That's at least the 3rd time that from about 10 to 15 yards, that player has made that play, Colton Miller. And now it's a two-score game. 12 points, trying to make it 13 points with 3:06 to go, and the Rough Riders suddenly kind of feeling a little bit of urgency, or at least they better.
Well, we blitzed that time and just went through the wrong hole and didn't get the guy. And then when you do that, there's nobody left to make the play on the backside.
A bad game of chess. Snap, kick, and it's a 13-point lead here in Van, 42-29.
I don't know, Walter. We got them right where we want them.
That's right.
There's still a lot of game left, and we just got to make some stops on defense and move.
Two plays away from going into the lead. We'll be right back.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
This is a Whataburger table tent. An orange and white trophy for your made-to-order burger. It means we cook your meal up fresh. And don't get up, because we'll bring it right to you. So if you're looking to sit down and celebrate the fact that you left it all on the field, we've got your number. Whataburger, just like you like it.
All right, here's the kickoff. It's getting another pooch kick. It's going to be fielded by the Riders, this time by try to see, is that number? Try to figure out who that is for us. It's number 9.
It's another helmet that fell off for the return artist. Got almost to the 40 this time, so good field position. But if you're just joining us, the Rough Riders.
Number 8, Jabraylon Moore on that one.
Jabraylon Moore. The Rough Riders had the lead at halftime, but couldn't extend it. They had a chance to go up by 2 scores twice, couldn't do it. They were holding the Van offense. We got the ball to start the second half and went 3 and out. Van slowly drove down and went ahead by 6.
Went 86 yards to do it.
Rough Riders went 3 and out again, and then Van goes 50 yards to score. They're up now by 13 points. And now it is number 4, Cash Cross, keeping the ball. And it's not the 70-yard sprints he's used to, but it's a good 5-yard gain, and we'll take it.
It's time for Cross and Dixon to take over the game here.
Take over the game. Need a little assist from the offensive line, though. 2 receivers left. They go to the left. Wilburn catches this one, spins around, gets to midfield. That's good for a first down. A Ray Jones first down. Good, perfect way you play that one. Put enough pepper on the ball to where you don't run the risk of it being picked off.
Center's moving quickly now.
Yeah, real quickly. Going to the other side, high pass, dangerous, but if he could have broken the tackle, he would have gone all the way. It's a 4.5-yard little quick out, and ball's going to be placed at the 46, so second down and 6. Cross now going back to pass again, looking downfield, throws it deep, has a man open. Can he get there? He goes up for it, knocked away. Good defense by Van. They don't have a lot of speed, but if the pass is underthrown, they certainly have been able to make it up. That's
3 defenders on the receiver there.
He was open, though. If it's a little more.
He'd gotten behind him. He'd gotten behind him.
That's right. He had beaten 3. But now, the problem with the long passes, if you don't make them, you get nothing, and it's third down and 6. 2:11 to go in the third quarter.
We got a penalty on the play.
And a penalty. And there's
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the coaching staff at center. 15-yard penalty. Next down.
Don't know which coaching staff made that mistake, but they must have said something that one of the referees did not care for.
I think they've said, sir, I think there was defensive holding on that play and you missed it. Will you please try to do better next time?
Yeah, that gets a flag every time. Every time. But now it is third and an area code. They've got to get to the 40, and they're not quite to our 40. Cross going back, dancing, improvising. He kind of needs to throw it. He's not going to be able to. He's going to run 3 yards and be brought down facing 4th down and 17. And with that kind of distance, I'm not sure you feel good about going for it.
I accidentally put second down in 95. That's what I had up there.
Well, that penalty really hurt. We went from potential 4th and 1, 4th and 2, all the way down to a 4th and forever.
2 plays ago, it was 3rd down and 6. Now it is 4th down and 19, 4th down and 18. And that may have been, we may look back and go, yeah, that was the backbreaker.
Now we still got a lot of football left.
A lot of football left. And, if you're the Rough Riders, as quickly as they can score and were scoring, their first 4 touchdowns were scored in 15 plays. But there hasn't been maybe one first down, I think, since. Van has figured it out a little more than the center defense has. There's the snap, and the punt is good. It's angled, and it gets a beautiful bounce.
Beautiful bounce.
So it go out of bounds at about the 20. So Hernandez is doing everything they can do, but the Vandals are smelling it here. A 13-point lead and the ball with 55 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And I think maybe the Vandal crowd a little surprised. They were kind of shell-shocked in the first half.
They were quiet. Now they're not.
I heard in the press box when I was doing the band a lot of, odd whispers about how fast they are and how good that quarterback is. And it's just, wow. But that same sense of awe has been replaced with excitement as Van now has the advantage, and center calls their first timeout of the half?
Second.
That's their second already?
Center. That's their second charge timeout of the half.
Kind of significant there. We'll go ahead and take the break with them with 55 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Martin Kennel in Center and Nacogdoches has been boarding and grooming pets for over 30 years. Martin Kennel and Grooming continues to grow and improve daily while treating your family pets as they would treat their own. Martin Kennel now offers large animal care at your location. That's right, they offer experienced assistance for your livestock and peace of mind for you. With many years' experience, you can rest assured that your pet will receive the attention they need. Give Martin Kennel and Grooming a call in Center at 936-244-1930. In Nacogdoches, call 936-560-3643.
Automotive Collision Specialist has proudly served you since 1985. The Jefferson family is proud to support high school football and all students that participate in each game. Keith reminds you that if you're in an accident, you have the right to have your automobile repaired at the shop you choose. The Automotive Collision crew is iCar certified, and they're your source for auto body repairs. Quality, service, and trust is what they build their reputation on. One satisfied customer at a time. Automotive Collision Specialist, proud to support all area schools and students.
Everybody, welcome back. Critical drive here for the Rough Riders with 55 seconds to go in the first
quarter.
Critical. I guess for the Rough Rider defense, critical for the Rough Rider defense to stop.
Yeah. 55 seconds from now, game seconds, we'll have the Batters Law Firm 3rd quarter scoreboard. But first, it's this first down run right up the middle again. Rough Riders run it down, but when you're running a Austin Moffitt down from behind as he runs between tackle, that's usually not a recipe for success. Good for 9, second down and 1.
Second down and 1.
As we're looking at what could very well be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Now Van wants to milk the clock and get 5 yards.
Yeah, they'll have to run. They'll have to run this. They can't wait. They can't.
That'll be the recipe
run
the rest of
out.
the game, though.
Yeah.
And there's the snap, and there's the ball right up the middle. He gets the first down. Rough Riders. Oh, wait a minute. The ball hit the ground.
They're going to say he was down.
And Easton Wolf had it, but it was down before it came out. That would have been big. A turnover would be mighty nice.
Tackle made by number 21.
Number 7, Moffitt again on the run.
Yeah, they have not had a turnover today.
No.
Only one turnover to this point in the game, but it was a critical one, and it was on the Rough Riders. And as we count down to the 3rd quarter, we'll take about a 10-second break and be right back with the Batters scoreboard.
You're watching the Center Rough Riders versus the Van Vandals, live from Van Memorial Stadium.
Andy Long, what are the scores?
In the third quarter, we've got Tenaha up over Alto, 55-20.
Wow.
We've got 3 games in the fourth quarter right now. Joaquin is beating San Augustine 41-33.
Okay.
Bullard has pulled ahead of Canton 21-14. Carthage is destroying Rusk 49-7. And we have one final. Timpson has beaten West Sabine 56-8.
Okay. Timpson's the number 1 team in the state. Has been all year. They've been to the Final Four, Andy, 3 years in a row.
They're
and
playing
can't
like it.
Quite get to the finals. They are hoping that this is their year. And, of course, Carthage doing what Carthage does. I'm surprised Bullard is struggling with Canton, but that's who we're going to draw in a couple of weeks.
Well, you weren't on when we were giving the scores at halftime, and at halftime they had played to a 0-0 score.
That's surprising. Bullard was so hot until they lost to Brownsboro last week. But the big news is here. The Rough Riders have to get a stop as we begin the fourth quarter. Van has a first down and 10 from the 37. Quarterback's going to keep it, runs right up the middle. He's hit, but he is hit and goes another 4 or 5 yards. Rainey, it's been the quarterback since the second possession of the game. We thought, well, surely there's going to be a significant decrease of quality, and maybe there has been, but Rainey's been awfully good.
No, that's about – they haven't skipped much of a beat.
No, but it's been all running plays. We've got to figure out how to stop this middle run. It's coming right down the gut.
I think you just go ahead and put everybody in. Just put everybody in, all in.
I don't think he's completed a pass yet.
Nope, and it's not really been close. Second down and 1. And there is the handoff to big number 20. Boy, he's gotten big chunks of yards.
Big hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a late flag as it looks like there's some frustrations. And remember, it's always the person that retaliates that gets the flag. Center can't afford 15-yard freebies, but it looks like that may be what we get. Of course, everybody on the Van team applauding. That becomes a goal. If you got your opponents reeling, make them mad.
Absolutely. Here's the call from the referee right here.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 57 of the defense, 15 yards, first down.
Yeah, number 57 still, he has a score to settle, I'm afraid, from the late first half where he was slow to get up, his helmet was off, and he walked off slowly, brooding. I think
well, you have to be smart about it.
Right.
There's always plenty of time to. You want to be the strike first, and where you don't get caught.
Like Steven did when he played. When he was number 54, you strike subtly later.
Yes. Look, they may start the game, but they don't finish.
32-yard line. Van got a little help after the penalty. First down. And there is the handoff. Hit immediately, but lowers his shoulder, and Miller just keeps running. He's still running. He gets all the first down. He got hit at the 2 or 3 yards into the carry and carried Rough Riders, different ones, another 10 yards. He gets to the edge of the State Farm red zone, ball on the 20.
Yeah, we had him
And
bottled
it's first
up.
down.
Had him bottled up. Man, what a run by that.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what we talked about with Coach Meeks either during the show or right before. That This was the bad. This is not what we wanted.
Worst case scenario
is to have them be banging the ball like this and
eating up clock.
Either be close in the fourth quarter, and we never said, way ahead in the fourth quarter. We didn't think that'd be an option, but wanted to strike hard and quick, and we did. But then we slowed down a little too quickly.
Quarterback straight up the middle.
Oh, look at it. He gets through the line. I thought it was going to be a short game, and then suddenly must have been downfield blocking because it opened it up for a first touchdown, an easy 20-yard touchdown. And Shires, now we may be in trouble. Because even if we kick it into gear and score quickly, we've not shown any ability whatsoever to.
Not in the second half.
Not in the second half to
and right now the clock is not our friend.
No. Exactly 10 minutes to go. But if this extra point goes through, the Rough Riders are 3 scores down by 20, and the extra point will go through. So
Kick by number
49-29, not what we thought, especially not at halftime when things looked like they were kind of going Center's way.
Well, as powerful as the Center offense was in the first quarter and a half of the game, I expected this to keep up, but it hasn't.
We'll be right back.
Mangum Funeral Home provides funeral, burial, and cremation services for the East Texas area. The new owners, Tony and Tracy Willoughby, as well as the licensed professional staff, are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 936-598-3341 or stop by for a visit at 420 St. Augustine Street in Center. Mangum Funeral Home prides themselves on providing prompt, compassionate service during life's most difficult times.
All right, folks, welcome back. Shelby Savings Bank kickoff coming. 10 minutes to go, even in the ball game. Riders now all of a sudden find themselves in a 20-point hole. Had a 1-point lead at halftime with the football, unable to capitalize. And like we were talking about before we went to break, just the Rider offense has been stymied here in the third quarter. But it's time that we got to get it revved up and going now.
All cylinders, all phases, the last 10 minutes. We'll see if they're able to answer that kind of challenge. Floopy kick. It's taken on the run, short. He gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line, and that's where we'll be. Andy, when we went to break, said, "Okay, what's the playoff situation?" Because he's Washington Huskies broadcast team where there's no playoffs really. There's just
hopefully there's a playoff. Hopefully there's a playoff at the end of our season. College football playoff.
4 teams. I mean,
Next year there's 12.
Okay, yeah. Well, 4 teams total in college. 4 teams in each district in high school. It's a 64-team tournament when they start, but this game has all sorts of playoff implications, even though there's still a month to play. We're not ready to start talking about those yet because there's still time in this game to turn it around. We'll see what happens. Handoff up the middle. Number 6 with the ball. That's interesting, and not Dixon. He missed the very critical first drive of the half. DeCalvion Edwards instead gets the ball, gets 2 yards. The Rough Rider offense is so fast to the ball, they really need to be.
Well, at number 6, Calvion Edwards was the return man on the kickoff, too.
Okay. Handoff again. Oh, he's hit, but he spins out of it. He gets to the 50. Good hard run across the 50. Well, I think they're going to mark it at the 50.
It looks like they're going to have a tackling foul on.
Is there a water penalty?
There's a water penalty on the play. And I believe it's going to be a face mask.
They're in the run. Personal foul. Face mask.
Okay.
Defense, number 3. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
You saw it happen. Was it one
of
those?
That is not an incidental face mask.
Oh, was it? That was an angry face mask?
That was a face mask.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been 15 in the old days. Okay. But maybe was that Vance's
15.
first penalty?
Yeah, first in the half. They had a penalty or 2 in the first half. All right. Cash Cross looking deep. He throws it to number 7.
Oh, that's.
And boy, they were pushing him from behind. But 2 officials go, no, it's incomplete.
I hope the coaches don't get another penalty because that was clearly pass interference. But again, they're letting them play tonight, so
and
we
it's
can't
been both
complain.
ways. They have not been homers. They haven't called much either way. 2nd down and 10, ball on the 35, and of course, Center knew they need it quick, so they went for it. 2nd down and 10, ball on the 35. Like I said, Cash Cross calls for it. Keeps it. He's up the middle. He's to the 20, and that's going to be a score. There's a lightning fast score. Needed that. And it's 49-35, and we'll see, is there any reason to go for 2?
Only 45 seconds taken off the clock.
Yeah, good. We'll take that. Line it up for 2. Is there mathematical motivation to do that? I don't think so.
I'm trying to do the calculation.
20-point game.
No.
And
going for 1 puts you down 14.
Yeah. 13, right?
13, yeah. 13.
So
there's no advantage being down 12.
You just have to have a defensive stop.
We're going to have 2 defensive stops.
And maybe an onside kick or something like that. The kick is up, and Hernandez is pretty good.
Kick by number 19, Carlos
it's 49-35, and even though the Riders scored
36.
quickly, it's 36. Yeah, that's right. It's still a 13-point game. 9:15 to go to close the gap. We'll be right back.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Right, welcome back. Riders score quickly. 9:15 to go here in the game. Riders pulled in 13, 49-36. Imperative to either get a stop or steal a possession here, one way or the other.
Either one, and maybe steal a possession. I just hope that they're not concentrating on steal a possession and start going for strips instead of tackles.
Right. I was thinking more along an offside kick.
We'll see what's going to happen. There's a little bit of movement, and the kick is not an onside kick. They kick it deep over the head and into the end zone. That's just right.
It was a beautiful kick.
Yeah. And the receiver was thinking, okay, maybe it'll go out of bounds, but he's not done that all year.
Center just needs to keep its cool right now because there's a lot of taunting going on from the Van players.
And should be. I mean, if you can get extra easy 15 yards, that's just fine. 13 points stand between the Rough Riders and the Van Vandals. At halftime, the Rough Riders were up by 1. That's the first points of the quarter for the Rough Riders.
So, Chris Wallington.
Yes.
I am going to put on
your
my nifty
Wallington Shires
production thing from Mooney's Emporium.
Mooney's Emporium. She made those for us, exclusively.
All right, so back to the game. Thank you, Keaton Wallington.
So here comes the snap and the handoff up the middle.
Oh,
and
I thought we had it stopped for no gain. They're going to end up getting about 2.
Yeah. Boston Moffitt was able to kind of dodge under, which he can do at his height, the defense, and he gets 2 yards to the 22.
2nd and 8's got to be a stop right here.
Yeah, and of course, the frustrating thing for the Rough Riders, as fast as they move on offense, if Van's smart, they'll milk this every second. And every first down is a nail in the coffin. So you got to try and stop them quick. Unusual the way they make their formations. Have 2 people playing roughly wing back over to the right. And then the quarterback takes it runs behind those blocks. They get him, they stop him. He pushes ahead, though. They were trying to keep him from getting to the 30. But instead, he was met 1 or 2 yards into the run, but managed to push forward to the 32. They have to make the 35. 3rd down and 3. Here is a huge, huge play. If they stop them, probably they don't go for it, unless it's inches.
And, of course, they are holding up and waiting on this clock to tick.
Absolutely. So
down to 8 minutes left in the game.
A 3 and out would be just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, Riders got to sell out, stop the run, and the outside. We got Cash out here on the receiver, so.
Yeah, he's going to be all right. So the handoff to the big guy. He spins, and they hit him, but he makes it happen. He makes it happen. The defense, they made the right play. They just couldn't make the tackle. Miller, if I were doing this game for Van, I would be considering Miller as the player of the game. Either him or number 1 or the offensive line. Shoot everybody on the offense.
Big number 74 lost his helmet again.
What's the deal? They're on the field, they're losing helmets. In here, in the crowd, they're losing phones.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times they said, well, we have another phone.
If you can unlock it, it's yours.
Especially we want to go try. Especially with one of those titanium
phone lottery.
Yeah, password 0000.
So here comes the first down play from the 36.
7:20 left in the game.
And it's a fake to the running back going to the right. Quarterback keeps it. Enough misdirection to where they got plenty of good yardage there. It's going to go for 6 yards to the 42-yard line. How many times have we said first down and they go about 5 or 6 yards?
The linebackers have got to stop. He never gives it to that guy.
Right.
On that one,
hasn't done it yet.
Never give it.
Well, and when once again I saw on that run what broke him loose was unbelievable to me. And watching an entire football game without a single holding penalty called.
There has been some of that, and really it kind of benefits Van if you're not going to call those things because of the kind of football they play more than the Rough Riders offensive line. Okay, the snap, the keeper, the quarterback dancing, finding the hole, gets the first down across close to midfield. He's going to make the 48-yard line, had to make the 46. 6:30 to go in the game and the clock ticking. Rough Riders only have one timeout. Way too early to start thinking about calling that.
No, I mean, we were going to have to toughen up and stop that run. We got
on the square, Danbert Collum in the Forge, he has a gym that would help folks get stronger, and it's the kind of thing you just wish that they could call timeout and go work out a little bit and get a little bit stronger with Danbert at the Forge to stop this run. First down from the 48. And the handoff, and this time he's met in the backfield, and he's tackled. That's Wolf.
That's Wolf.
That's the first time all game that Miller has not gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Thanks a bunch. Welcome to Friday night.
Brings up a 2nd and 9.
They're saying it was number 28, Rodriguez Moreno. I thought that was Wolf as well.
Rodriguez Moreno. He's made some good plays, and a name that we don't normally call. 5:30 to go. Milking the clock. Rough Riders need 2 scores. They need 2 stops, but
got to get 1 stop first.
Right, got to get the first one before the second one.
5:20 left in the game.
Rough Rider band playing the ESPN theme as loud as they can, trying to make it difficult for them to hear. Unfortunately, they just finished. Here comes the quarterback. He gets to midfield.
There's another hold.
And he jumps over players, but not a big jump. He's only going to get about 2 yards on this one, and it's going to be 3rd down and a hefty 6.
Good stop by the Riders that time.
Yeah.
This is going to be snapped with about 4:20 to go in the game if they hold them. On 3rd and 6. They might go for it on 4th down. Probably would if they get 2 or 3 yards.
So the question is, if you're Van, do you do something fancy here, or do you just hammer the nail?
If you have your first string quarterback, maybe. But since you've had your second string doing such a good job of running the ball and the offense.
They may let this thing run all the way down and call timeout and decide what they're going to do.
I mean, I think the entire nation learned from the University of Miami last week, so I think
they're right. Don't want to mess around. All right, we'll be right back with the big 3rd down here in Van.
McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the 3rd generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to the facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane in Center.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit MatthewsRealty.com.
We're back. All right, folks, let's set it up. This is a huge 3rd down here in about fat 6 or 7.
Oh, fat 6. They're trying to get us off sides. Came up, hard snap, didn't work. Moved away from it, looked over to the sideline. Now here's the snap. There's the handoff. Oh, they had a chance, but he ran around them. Lowered his head, ran through them. Now he's running off to the races, to the 10, to the 5, and the Rough Riders tackle him at the 7, and that was the play they needed. Mr.
That was the backbreaker right there, I'm afraid.
That was it. Needing a stop, they did more than that. Who is this number 20? Miller has been just what the doctor ordered for Van all night long. A lot of scoring runs where he just makes everybody miss and some first down runs where he lowers his shoulder. On that play, he did a little of both, getting the ball deep in the State Farm red zone under 4 minutes. And the Rough Riders are 13 points behind, but if another score happens, it's just almost mathematically impossible. Here comes the snap from the 7. Quarterback keeps it. He's caught from behind and brought down for a loss.
Nice tackle, nice tackle.
Good, and boy, it's a trash-talking number 23.
Yeah, it's not a time to do it.
Yeah.
No.
Jackson, look at the scoreboard. A 1-yard loss, one of the few of the half for Van. Who had, it was a pretty even game in the first quarter. In the second quarter, advantage Rough Riders, but they couldn't leverage that advantage and get any separation. And then in the third quarter, it was really all Van. Rough Riders have scored 1 time in the second half. Van's threatening to score now for the 5th time. Keeps the ball, the quarterback breaks a tackle, dances around. He's hit at the goal line, but he falls forward, and that's the touchdown. And that's probably going to do it for the Van Vandals, who were making a statement. They started the year at number 32 in the polls. They had a good team last year, and they had injuries at critical times. And Rough Riders beat them in a close game in center, and they ended up the 3rd seed and won.
I don't think it was close. I think we blew them out, but they had a number of guys not playing.
Yeah, that's the way it started. Is the extra point goes up, and the extra point is good. So they wanted to come back, and they did, and they kept winning and moving up the polls. They're going to move up a little further now, it looks like, as we are at the 250 mark, and they have a commanding 20-point lead. We'll be right back.
Toledo Automotive Supply of St. Augustine has parts and supplies for cars, pickup trucks, and commercial trucks, even farm and agriculture. If you're needing hydraulics and heavy-duty filters or brakes and shoes, this is your one-stop shop. Toledo Automotive Supply of St. Augustine stocks popular brands of parts, tools, and accessories, and they have parts for marine and farming equipment. Owners David and Sherry Nettles and staff provide top-quality customer service at Toledo Automotive Supply of St. Augustine, just a short drive at the intersection of Highways 96 and 21.
Are you looking for a residential, lake, commercial, acreage, farm, or ranch property? This is Alma Jaimez, part of the home team at Town & Country Real Estate, and we have over 50 years experience in selling beautiful East Texas and are now licensed in Louisiana. I would love to assist you with all of your real estate needs, so please call me at 936-488-9988 or come by 114 Nacogdoches Street on the square in downtown center. Hablo español.
All right, here we go. Chevy Stadium's kickoff. It's another kind of a little deeper pooch kick. Riders are going to field it. They're going to get up the field. They're going to start on the plus side of the 46, so right almost to midfield. But
best pooch return of the night. Stick around for the Wiggins Farms postgame show. This isn't going to be a celebration show. We're going to name our player of the game, our Center Motor Company player of the game. We'll visit with cheerleaders in the Gaddy's cheerleader post-game spotlight. And of course, JBA will bring us our coach talk with our head coach and try to make sense and bring some perspective to it. In the Wiggins Farmers post-game show, much of it live from the field. There's the snap, and here's the desperation drive. The long pass to Wilburn. Wilburn goes up for it, but really good defense. And Wilburn's faster than anybody in red, but they were giving him a 30-yard cushion. Hard to run past that.
They're definitely playing back on him.
Yeah, I'd like to see him run about a 20-yard stop and turn around. There'd still be plenty of space. And see if Wilburn can catch the ball and then outrun them. 2:38 to go. Cross started out just looking unstoppable. And he fakes the handoff, and he's brought down solo in the backfield. Who made that tackle? Number 22. That was a scrappy stop. That's Tough Arizamina.
His first name is Tough?
Tough Arizamina.
There you go.
And that's both of our best athletes have been brought down in the backfield by individual tacklers. That just doesn't happen much. 3rd down and 14. There's the snap. Looking downfield. He is able to avoid pressure, but they're chasing him. He knows he can't really run it, so he's improvising. He's improvising, and he is going to be taken down for a 1-yard loss. And I think one of our guys got away with a block in the back.
Yeah, he ran sideline to sideline.
Yeah, and spent a lot of time, and so now 4th down and 17. Of course, they'll go for it.
4th and 17 for the Rough Riders.
And the Rough Riders do call timeout to try and get the last bullet in the gun. We still have business to do, don't we, with sponsors, Mr. Shire?
Yes.
So we'll be right back and get this 4th down call.
Please put 1 minute, 42 seconds on the game clock. 1 minute.
Center Rough Rider football tonight brought to you in part by Covington Lumber Supply, 3 generations and still building strong. Ace Hardware, the place for hardware in East Texas. And Brookshire Brothers. They sold their first bag of groceries when the Rough Riders ran their first play, 102 years strong.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams team is cheering on the Center Rough Riders, and we're proud to support the Center ISD's administration, staff, students, and fans. This is General Manager Jeff Baker of Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and I invite you in to see the new vehicles we have in stock, as well as the area's best selection of pre-owned. We're all taking care of our customers' needs, and you'll have my promise we'll take care of yours. Come see us at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Highway 96 North in Center, and go Riders.
All right, 4th down in a bunch.
Cash is looking. He's moving. And he's going to run. He's going to be to the 50. He's going to be to the 45. He's made the 1st down, and he gets out of bounds to boot. He needed 18 yards. He ran for 19.
What a great scramble. What a great scramble.
And the clock is now at 1:32, which is where it was before they made him put time back.
Yeah.
The clock operator's my hero. After watching. So it's 1st down for the Rough Riders. A Ray Jones Chevrolet 1st down. Still a little bit of life in the Rough Riders.
Well, even if we lose the game, the point differential still may matter.
That's true. That's true. Looking downfield, throws it, and it goes through Wilburn's hands. Now, that's a pretty hard throw to catch over your head, but still, the receiver needs to catch that. Been a difficult night for Wilburn.
Yeah, this has not been his best game of the year.
That was that comeback you were looking for, though.
Yeah.
That was that comeback play.
That was the comeback. Catch the ball and turn around and run. $1:27 to go. Riders down by 20, and in a season where they've scored so many points, they're looking at an opponent that scored 56 and 20 more than they have. Cross keeps the ball, sprints to the left, runs around the blockers, and goes out of bounds. I'm not sure it's a 1st down. There's some extracurriculars.
Yeah, defensive back tackled one of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
But if no one saw it, then the wide receiver retaliates and gets in trouble. This time there's no flag.
Which is amazing because I saw it and I'm sitting hundreds of yards away.
That's right. That's right. All right, stops the clock. I'm not sure if that was a Ray Jones 1st down or not. It looks like where they mark it, it's going to be about 2 yards short. 3rd down and 2 from the 35-yard line.
3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders.
And here we go. Cross looking. Good block from his back. Good comeback, but I don't think he was. I think he was out of bounds.
No,
his left foot did not go down.
I thought he had 1 foot in.
Out of bounds.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think his right foot came down on the line.
Yeah.
Well, poo.
Yeah, that would have been nice. $1:16, it'll be 4th down and just 2.
4th down and 2 for the Rough Riders.
Rough Riders can't stop the clock, and the only way they can do it is make 1st downs, or get out of bounds, incomplete, that kind of stuff. They hand it to Dix. No, they don't. They fake it. And number 15 gets in the backfield and does what they've been able to do tonight. They've been able to make the stop. Foster Rust. That's a good football name. Foster Rust. Tackle Cash Cross.
Ball goes over to Van on downs. 58 seconds left in the game.
And that's going to do it. So you ask about playoffs. This is going to go down as a loss, obviously, and the Rough Riders are going to have 1 loss in district. They have to play. We have to play Carthage next week.
Yep.
The odds say we're not going to win that. Now, if we do, it's all different. But it's a little hard to get excited about playing the best team in the state when you don't quite meet the standard of a team that's, not quite the same reputation.
Yeah, of course.
If we lose to Carthage, then we have to win out, which is likely against Bullard and Brownsboro, and then we would be the 3rd seed, likely to play perennial power Gilmer, who's not quite as good as this year as they have been in the past.
Gilmer has been strong in the past.
Yeah, I mean,
particularly at home.
Unbelievably strong. But they've lost some this year, and they're not going to win their district for the first time in forever. And they kneel on the ball, the Vandals do, and the Rough Riders can't stop it. So that's what it's looking like. The Rough Riders are heading towards that 3rd seed. Now, of course, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Van could drop a game, but they'd have to drop it by more than 20, I think, for the Rough Riders to come back. So Van has certainly put themselves in position, and they will play Carthage in 2 weeks.
Well, it's high school football in the state of Texas, and in high school football in the state of Texas, anybody can lose any given day.
That's right, any given. Well, most given Fridays. That's the last play. Van will not have to snap it again, and it's disappointing. It's not our first loss of the season, but the first loss kind of felt like fantasy football against over there in Louisiana. This one.
Telehealth services you can do from home.
Hold on just a second. Everybody, sorry about that to the folks that are watching still, or in case you come back and watch later. So the van, as the game was ending, they unplugged us. They cut our power off accidentally and then cut it back on for us.
Some real vandal activity right there.
They vandalized our broadcast.
Vandalizers. You need help with that microphone there? You got it?
There you go.
There it is.
Well, disappointing. As a result of the power failure, we didn't get any interviews on the field. Oh, that's disappointing too. And had so much momentum going in the season, and it kind of feels yucky right now, Mr. Shire.
It does. It's not a good feeling.
This is what it's like to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. That's kind of true right there, Keaton. You have said wise things. Here's the big game. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, 49ers.
Red.
Well, Andy is heading back to Dallas, and he's going to catch the plane for the Washington and go up and be a part of that. And we really appreciate Andy coming. He said bye to y'all, and we kind of need a little bit of business to do, something to smile about. I'm going to say I got to do that with Andy, and he's been one to do that. We since way before you were born, Keaton,
and he was terrific.
Yeah, good at it. So maybe we can have him
for
a playoff
may
game.
Be right. Nathan may be in trouble.
Yeah, Nathan, you need to
He's
work
got
on
to
your
step
game.
up his game.
That's right. So that's something to smile about from Wyndham Family Dental. What was our Dairy Queen play of the game?
I mean,
Well, okay. So the Dairy Queen. So the Dairy Queen play of the half. I nominated the Cash's first touchdown run. Keaton nominated the 2-point conversion, which was huge at the time, and that won.
Yeah.
That's faded a bit.
Faded a bit. I mean, play of the game's got to be one of Cash's touchdown runs.
Because they were almost identical.
Yeah, he was the only player here that for center that seemed to show up on the offensive side in the second half. So I think it's got to be one of his plays.
I agree. So that's the Dairy Queen play of the game. One of the first half touchdowns. Well, really, there was one in the second half too. Mm-hmm. He did mighty fine. So there's your Dairy Queen play of the night. Who is our player of the game? Would it be Cash?
Got to be Cash.
Yeah.
And I think Cash might argue with that. I don't think Cash felt like he had the best game, but I mean, no one really did. And when it got to rolling,
he was a one-man gang tonight. Honestly.
I'd like to talk about real quick the receivers. I was telling Scarlett before we got everything back online. It's like we left our hands in center.
Yeah.
Cash wasn't delivering perfect passes by any means, but they're never going to be perfect.
There are several that were
just as good as you can ask for. And if you're a receiver, you've got to be expected to make those plays, and especially from the caliber of receivers we're used to seeing on the field.
Well, that's where we needed to. If we were going to win the football game, that's where we had to have a huge advantage, and we just didn't have a huge advantage.
I heard my friends, my Vandal friends to the left of me. I was forming a relationship with them. Towards the end of the game, they looked over at each other and said, we have 0 passing yards.
Right.
The Vandals had 0 passing yards. All they did was run the entire game. I think that shows a glaring weakness in our defense as well.
Yeah, well, that's what they do.
Yeah.
But, that's right. And we talked in the
but once again, I mean, the offense had the opportunity in those critical in that middle 8 with the critical ability to put some distance between us and maybe make them have to panic and do something different, and we were unable to do that. And this way this team is built, and Coach Meeks has said it many times, the way we are built, the defense did what it was supposed to do. It got those stops.
Got those stops.
Yeah.
That's correct. And for the first 12 plus 8, 20 minutes of the game, we were doing exactly what we said we had to do. If they're going to bring up and stop the run, make them pay either on the pass or with Cash, and then that stopped. We had one score the rest of the game, and we're limited on first downs. So something happened there. Drop passes, but also good van defense.
I was telling this to Andy before the second half, and I said, I feel like our defense has been on the field for so long compared to our offense and the Vans defense. I feel like their defense might come out a little bit more spry.
Sure.
That's something we need to watch for, is if our defense is going to be able to keep pace. Obviously not.
When you are critical of this team and you're critical of the defense, remember that.
I'm not really being critical of our defense.
I'm saying not you.
No.
I'm just saying fans. Y'all, when you're critical of the defense, remember they have about 6 to 8 more possessions a game
that they
to
have
try
to deal
defend
with.
against.
And that's not even because we're bad. It's because our offense scores so fast.
Right.
No, I mean, again, I think the defense did what it did, and it was just worn out in the second half. And when we can't when we let them get the lead, and then we know they're going to run, and we just up front. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep. So thank you to Tammy Steptoe. Thank you to Wyndham Family Dental. Thank you to Center Motor Company, and especially to Wiggins Farms for this very unusual post-game show.
It's just a podcast at this point.
That's really what it is. A look ahead. We have the Carthage, and that has a lot less luster now after losing to Van than it would have if we'd been coming in undefeated. Certainly have our work cut out for us for that annual meeting. And that should pretty much do it. We'd like to thank our guests, Esmeralda Hernandez, Chloe Rochelle, Coach Meeks, Lance Wilburn in our pregame, Chris Smith. Good luck to the band tomorrow. They march at 4:30 at Stephen F. Austin. Tuesday night, Don Wall will talk on the radio with Coach Meeks at 8. We'll talk with Coach Meeks at 7 at the Pizzeria for the Rick Meeks Show, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Tonight, the final score, Center 36, Van
56.
56-36. 20-point loss. Riders moved to 5-2 on the year and 2-1 in district. For guest analyst Andy Long, for the counselor Stephen Shires, for Keaton Watlington, this is the much older Watlington saying bye for now.
Keep your car running with Rough Rider Oil and Lube, and find it when you need it at Bob's Pawn and Gun Shop. Shelby Veterinary Associates, because your animal is part of your family. And Center Tire Company on Hurst Street. If you're eating a fresh watermelon, one that's fresh from farm to your table, well, chances are you're eating a Wiggins watermelon. Wiggins Farms. Tastes like home. Three-point shot. Red Bulls takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.